Hello.
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 There it is. There's the voice.
The voice is there, but they're not on the thing. Because right now, the only things on the screen are Jasna and apparently Z. Z's here. Hello.
The two characters of all time.
The two characters of all time.
We're so well known for our strong, everlasting. I can't even say those words correctly. Ronan's gonna come and kill me.
But you didn't know I was in this story. This isn't the Jasna
I
story.
just showed up.
This is the Z story. No, hello.
Find an extremely small knife.
Hello, all of you. How are you doing? Today, we are going to be doing a little bit of a side story to the Zelda game. And by side story, I mean this was always supposed to be a part of the main story, but we ended up not going off and doing it because we had other things to do, and then it ended up getting pushed along until finally we just used it as an ending thing to get a thing going on. Then we're like, maybe we'll come back in one day and do it, and then we never did, and now we're here doing a new story in the ZeldaRP universe. We are going to be going into Kakariko Village and seeing what the hell's going on over there. And the best person to do such a thing with is Jasna, also known as AKA Prison Wife.
The prison wife is back.
Wait, hold on. Also known as Stepsis Prison Wife with Need for Speed.
Yeah. You know, it's about time someone said my full name. My parents were very bad at naming conventions.
Then why'd you choose Jasna as your street name?
That's my what?
Oh man.
What is your street name? You know,
Jasna and the
join-
Ancient
Oh,
Sheikador.
street name, not straight name.
Because street was taken.
Oh, when you have to act straight in front of the relatives. Oh yes, my name is Tom.
But yes, we are going to go back through here. We are going to check some things out. We are going to figure out what has happened in the interim time from way back then in episode like 30 something. One of those all the way up until now. Because we'll definitely be able to cover all that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All that being said, though,
There was a small, like, 5-month detour.
Yeah. It's fine. Did I mention that you went to Termina during all that time?
Oh shit! No, you didn't.
Yeah. You saw a big moon coming down from the sky, and you said "fuck that," and you left.
It's like, I don't think I'm dealing with that. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, everybody else.
Person that only knows JasnaRP. Man,
I tried throwing 100 rupees at it and it didn't budge, so whatever.
You're like, yeah. Well, I've done all I can do.
We didn't do anything.
It runs off. Picks up the rupees, runs off.
Comes back, picks up the rupee, leaves.
comes back, throws coupons for their next sale. Leaves.
Yeah. If you live
Goes
here.
back, goes to an apple stand, puts a rupee, takes the apples, leaves.
Yeah, that's something we'll have to look at in a second. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and jump into the room. Hiya. The room has changed very slightly. And by that I mean it's a completely different room actually, technically, but you know, it's fine. The first thing I'd like to draw all your attentions to are all these fucking apples.
Yeah.
Would you like to explain yourself as to why these apples are here?
Of course. So, after Jasna left in episode 30 something, I realized in the back of the room, Nico kept all the things for the tokens. So every session, I would take one, paint it red, name it Apple, and put it in the bag. I did that for approximately 20 to 30 sessions more till I left. Why? Because it was hilarious. Because one day you would have to bring out Jasna's token for something, and you'd have to waddle through like 200 amounts of apples, and it was hilarious, and it has paid off. So I'm pretty happy myself.
So whenever I opened the bag containing all of Jasna's things, I have found that there was just enough apples inside to cover the entirety of a big bag and 2 small bags twice over.
Jasna is an expert tactician when it comes to puzzle Tetris involving bags.
So we're just gonna assume you bought a lot of apples when you left Castletown.
I literally, before Jasna left Castle Town, she just went to the merchant area and said, "Give me as many apples as you're capable of giving me."
Look, of course, champion.
This is critical.
They just hand them to you and then they run off. You're like, did I do a rob at them? Did I rob those guys?
Well, if I die, I won't have to figure that one out.
Also, Will, I knew you were gonna be in here today. I brought this in here if you want to fuck with it.
Where?
He's right here.
You can have a little place for you to draw all on your own.
That way you don't have to worry about all the weird sizes of all the things around here.
Jump scare.
You don't have to worry about it disappearing into the void.
Why'd you make it disappear into the void for? There you go.
How could you?
Victim blame.
Perfect. Look at you.
Alright, hold on.
Lock it. No, unlock it now.
No, yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Now lock it.
Lock it. Get the smash dice off of it.
Do not let it touch the foul page.
But yes, on Jasna's stuff, we have all their abilities still here. We have all of their stats in the correct areas, thanks to us going and looking, and by us I mean Jasna going and looking. We also have all of the Doritos in the same area, because all of us going and looking, for all of us doing our due diligence and going and checking that out, otherwise known as FOMO, going and looking that up as well. But I'm giving them like a shit ton of apples, so it's you know, I feel like it.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
a fair
balances
trade.
out, yeah.
As we all know how plot critical these apples will be.
Oh, I believe you're taking a fucking horde of apples into a Sheikah place. I think they're gonna be perfectly fine. You might get mugged. You might get jumped. You're just gonna get fucking jumped in your hometown.
Like, stupid fucking
This happened before too, but now I'm even more upset about it.
The Sheikah are like, oh, stupid fucking Yiga with their bananas. Ooh, is that an apple?
Well, Yiga don't exist. They're not a real.
They're not real.
Yeah. However, if they did, then yes, that would be how that would go down, because you know, bananas and apples. Bananas are obviously the evil form of apples. We've all figured that out.
Yeah, that's like the direct correlation, as we all know.
Yeah. I love bananas though, so I guess.
But why are the Yiga the good ones?
I love bananas. Bananas are great.
Because bananas are good, and therefore whoever
Yeah.
eats them is a superior person.
Yeah. Also, the Yiga have the most good people on their squad. Remember Master Koka?
Yeah, you remember?
The goodest of good.
He had a ball.
Yeah. That being said, we still have all the things that they had before they left, including they have their 2 large bags, one of them being used as a clothing option.
Yeah.
We have the boomerang, which is their spooky boomerang, as well as the toy boomerang they have just because. We have the magic wallet, which holds a bunch of rupees. We have the Sheikah Weave bag belt, which gives 2 bags onto the belt to be held onto. Those are these 2. And then yeah, we also have all of the abilities that we have not been able to see for a bit, including all of the dealer abilities. We have a couple of the other ninja abilities that we don't have on. I don't think that Marco has either of these. I don't know. Does Marco have clone technique? He might have he might have a different version of clone tech. I don't remember what Marco has. We're not going to talk about that. But we finally also have the Sheikah traits, which we haven't seen in quite a while, which basically allow you to use weapons better and get overwhelm on them. So you have an overwhelm boomerang. Or an overwhelm boomerang.
Boomerang.
I just imagine Jasna using the clone technique, right? But like the clones always have like stupid disguises, and they're like has this ever happened to you? I can't seem to get these oranges in this bag. Oh no, my fingers.
Well, the oranges, man.
I believe in you. I believe in you. I think you can do whatever you want to with oranges. By the way, speaking of oranges, is it oranges? No, it's carrots. Never mind. Squeaky's over here at the house, trying to cross pollinate some carrots with mighty bananas.
I see that she has developed into what we can only call as heresy.
I believe Squeaky earlier as well came in here and said, "Good luck, Mom."
I see her demonic heritage has finally come through.
Yeah.
Don't you want the carrot bananas? Don't you think that'd be great?
Like,
They are a terrible combination of things that should not be contained. A holy fruit was a tuber.
I like that everyone's like, "Good luck, FOMO." What the fuck does that mean?
I mean,
With all that, let's go ahead and get into where we're at. Obviously this is a new episode, so I gotta ask, FOMO, what happened last time?
oh yeah, so last time.
You were actually ready for it?
I mean, it's not really a lot to talk about if we're talking specifically. Okay, fine, I'll give you a little moment. So last time we saw Jasna 2 years ago.
Let's move the little Jasna token around.
Well, let's see.
While the team was resting over here in the Kukiri village.
Don't worry about this guy.
Well, oh my god, finger guy.
Yeah, don't worry
Wait,
about him.
what?
Yeah, don't worry about that guy. He's fine.
Finger guy hovers over name. What?
Don't worry.
Anyway.
Don't worry about that one. It's fine.
So we're in the Kukiri village, resting up for one of our million other adventures and trying to murder this gigantic, weird plant thing. The ghost of it was just like hunting Gallon again, like 2 years ago. At night, while Jasna was trying to sleep, the weird memories that were trying to clog her brain and couldn't let her actually think at all what happened in Kakariko village, they stayed for a little bit longer, and something came over her that made her go, "This ain't right. Something ain't right. I can't just sit here like something ain't right. Otherwise, we're just not gonna go there." And I feel like this is a pretty time-sensitive issue. So she wakes up at night and she goes to Gorfos and is like, "Listen, man, I gotta fucking leave." And he's like, "Well," I mean, we could tell the other side, it's like, "Oh god, no, I don't want to make a reunion out of this. I want to just leave." And it's like, "Oh, okay, well, listen, if you have to do as a hero what you have to do, always remember my heart and also my soul and also my Gorfos nature is within you as with everyone else. Believe in yourself. Also, could you please pass us some of the money that you're about to take?" And it's like, "Alright, you can have the magic wallet, but nothing else." And then Jasna stole half of the money and left.
Oh, so you right, you did give up the magic wallet. I should have just gave you a regular wallet.
I gave up a part of the wallet. I think I gave him several rupees because I was sitting here like, I can't just leave with all of the money. But she wouldn't leave with none of the money.
Yeah.
It was the large one that she gave away. This one's still
Okay, so
here.
this one's still here. Yeah, okay. All right, we're good then. We're good.
It was a situation of Jasna would not leave without the money, but she also wouldn't leave them with no money.
So Jasna left them with an allowance and then left.
Yeah, I gave you an allowance. You can pay me back later.
You can pay me back later, guys.
But it was our collective money. Well, them's the breaks.
You know, that's what you get for trusting me with all your money and not giving me any fruit.
Let this be a lesson.
So, at the end of all that,
Justice, like, because I was part of your group, I'm gonna take 1 cent after every fucking sale you get.
after all of that, you did have, just so that the others wouldn't wake up, you went to Pika and had them transport you back into Castletown. Bloop. Look at you over here in Castletown now. Everything's
I'm
good.
here.
Once you were in Castletown, from what we got from Pika, you guys talked for a little bit, you got them coffee, and then they turned, and then whenever they turned back, you weren't there.
Yeah. It wasn't like intentional. I was like, oh shit, the apples, and I ran over to actually go buy them, and then I realized when I came back, the Pika was not there anymore.
You left to go and get some apples. You had gone to one of the many stores in around the area, and as you were like, man, they're selling these apples for so cheap, it's almost like I didn't pay any money at all. As you turn back around, you note that Pika is gone, and you've been, oh right, somebody was with me.
Oh well, you know, we lose some things in the name of love.
Exactly. That being said, whenever we will start things off here, you would be getting all of your things together. You would be returning on a trip back to Kakariko Village. Your pockets much fuller than they were when you had left all that time ago. And Jasna, as you are getting closer, as you are making your way from this area to that area, I would like for you to do the first roll of the game.
Oh boy.
I want you to roll me for your experience.
All right, here we go. Where the fuck are my dice?
They're all up
Okay,
here.
they are. Sorry, they're fucking camouflaged. They got the Chica camouflage. Sorry, I didn't see them.
That's
Free.
a 2.
That's free.
That's a 3 altogether.
That's one.
That's true. That's true. So Jasna, as you are returning, I was going to try to see if there was anything that I could give you for certain things, but and I think that it's best if I ask you the question of what do you remember of your departure from Kakariko Village? What do you remember of the strange dreams you've been having? What's going down with those?
Well, from what I remember, at the time of the information I was able to gather from my very strange dreams, I know when I left Kakariko, I was in a haze. I was running from a storm or something that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
I was just in Kakariko one moment, and then I was running towards the forest the other. Most of the dreams I keep having don't show much. I just wake up screaming at night. And from that, it's just really the two things that I really remember is I had remembered vaguely, like I had remembered something of my parents existing. First of all, every time I try to think about Kakariko, my brain starts having an explosive moment where I don't want to think about it, and I start screaming. But generally, not much besides that.
Okay. As you are returning, bags full of apples. It takes you around 3 days to travel to make your way all the way over. We will say that as a champion of Castletown, as a Hyrule champion, you are able to get a small carriage that is already on their way toward the north to carry you most of the way.
So you're finally awake.
You again!
You were caught trying to cross the border,
stealing.
like that thief over there.
Marco! When did you get here?
Yum yum mold, yum yum.
Yum yum mold, yum yum. That's definitely Marco, yeah. You wake up from that dream you just had. As you do, the one who is bringing the carriage does seem to let you off, as they will be making their way on the roads heading further north. They will not be making all the way over to Kakariko Village. By the way, Kakariko Village kind of looks like it comes all the way out here, but that is a map maker thing. It actually goes further into the divot here. But you know, that's how the person made the map for me, so it's fine.
What can we do?
What can we do? As you would be let off there, as they start making their way up throughout the area above, you would spend the last legs of your journey as normal, making your way on foot to this place. Nothing really seems to be holding you back much. Yeah, your arms are covered in apples and shit, but like there's no real fatigue sitting in from this. As a Sheikah, you have had many training carrying Apple. Apple no burden on you. Apple or Apple.
Apple is Apple. That's one of the secret Sheikah capabilities. Whenever I am carrying an apple, it doesn't count for my
It doesn't have any
encumbrance.
weight. Yeah, it doesn't have any encumbrance. Any fruit has no encumbrance to a Sheikah. We should add that as a Sheikah trait. It's like a mental thing, you know?
Okay.
I know what
Hold
is
on.
with me, and I would
Let
never
me
be
write
able
it
to
down.
deviate from what I know is true.
Sheikah trait full of fruits. There we go.
There you go. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. That being said, as you make your way toward Kakariko, let's go ahead and use the real Jasna token here for a Momo.
She has spawned.
There they are. Wow. As Jasna makes their way to the outskirts of the city, you will find, as you approach, these large arching, these large red arches that were made in front of in between the mountains that you'll be going into. These arches having slight decoration and other kinds of ropes and talismans and things hanging from them. Looking up toward them, you know what's coming before it happens. Usually, for anybody making their way into the city, they are met with some passerby that would walk with them, or they were met with somebody else making their way up into the mountains. You know this to be usually other Sheikah pretending to be travelers so they can kind of get a read on whoever's coming into the village. But for Sheikah returning to the village, which, speaking of which, let's go ahead and show the village.
Well, look
Ah.
what the bitch dragged in.
Yep, it's Mido. He's here. Damn
I'm
it,
glad you
Mido.
considered that a Mido
I'm
voice.
starting to remember I didn't miss home, actually.
Mido, the Sheikah version of Mido. No, I'm playing.
To be fair, there was a beta version where the shadow fucking token was from Mido.
As you would be just outside, having stepped in, you look up toward these arches, you would find that just above, you would find a Sheikah waiting for you. As they find whenever you enter, they seem to take a bit of a look towards you before landing down beside of you. This Sheikah, out of all of them, you don't really recognize all of them all the time, but this one in particular, you do know to be one of the apprentices to the three great elders of the Sheikah. This one in particular, if I am correct with this, being Havar. As this one, Havar jumps down, sees you. He seems to give a bit of a smirk towards you. Well, Jasna, I didn't think you would see me this quickly. You've gained talent.
Let's say we've been a little bit busy, Har. How have you been?
I'm doing rather well. That being said, I was not expecting a visit from you so soon. Whenever you left, you seemed very keen to stay away.
Let's say there was some emergency decisions made at the time, but I feel better now, generally.
We've heard of your exploits. He puts a arm forward toward the city as he's walking with you. Seems that you are a champion
walk
now.
on. Right, we'd have found a little party of travelers, and we made our name through Castletown, really, yeah. It's... I was not expecting to become an adventurer, but I suppose some things just happen, don't they?
It's in the blood of the Sheikah to be great at battle. That being said, your parents and those who are around here did seem to think that you might not have too much of a knack for it. But people outside of the walls here, they are obviously different. They do not have the same challenges we have here. I always assumed you would do good outside of these walls. And here I see that not only have you done good, you have prospered. The Jasna who left would not have noticed me.
Are you just saying that to flatter me because you can sense what I'm carrying in my bags?
I would not say that it did not leave my thoughts. I did notice that you had such a bountiful harvest with you before. He gives a wide smile. You wouldn't be interested in sharing, would you?
You know what? For all the friends, I think I can afford at least one before the actual bounty commences.
You toss him an apple without looking, he catches it.
Natural Sheikah ability.
Yeah. You know, you would do the same.
I'll give you a
Yeah.
As you yeet
It's
him
like
over
shaking
again.
hands.
As you yeet him over an apple, he catches it before stowing it away inside of his sleeve for a later consumption. Sheikah don't eat in front of each other. No. Why would they do that?
No, never.
Have to hide this shit and like eat it in like small bursts away from the populace, you know.
I don't know if you remember the fucking contest we had when we were in Nassau Town.
What you do
drinks.
outside the walls doesn't matter. No, I'm playing. He does catch it. He does look to you. Things have changed here, by the way. You've been gone for quite a long time.
Oh, well, what's the news?
Well, first off, well, we have to mourn the loss of a couple of our elders.
Oh.
Yes, for example, Master Raciste has unfortunately passed away.
Oh. What a shame.
Their spirits stay with us. The temple has many depictions of them, therefore, and we still feel their spirit among us, but it seemed as if it was a domino effect. After Master Raciste went off, the other of our elders made their way away from us as well. Unfortunately, that does mean that out of everyone in the city, you are looking at the leader of Kakariko.
Really? All of our elders?
There are still some who are older than me, but they have mostly left things in my stead. As they have, well, how do I put it? Shocking revelations. Apparently each of them are having strange dreams before they were gone. As they would have these strange dreams, they would wake up with elevated heart rates and some of them screaming. Unfortunately for the elders in our village, that kind of exertion ended up taking them. Some of them passed away in their sleep, others shortly after they awoke. I'm not entirely sure what is causing it. Well, as much as we understand. We are not entirely sure what's causing it.
I suppose you can't exactly ask the dead.
Yeah. We had some ability to speak with spirits long ago, but around this place, as you know, near Death Mountain especially, it is difficult. We have a bit of a gravekeeper here, but she insists that calling any spirits around the Shadow Temple would mostly be asking for possession and death.
It seems that the spirits are very, what would the word be, cankerous currently in Hyrule in general.
We have thought about taking the bodies of the elders and taking them away from here to see if we can speak with them, but more things keep coming up, and honestly, a lot of us just want to see them buried inside of the sacred grounds. Not the royal burial ground, obviously, but as many as wherever we can find that would be peaceful for them.
I guess Master Raciste said he wanted to be buried close to home.
If it was up to him, he'd be tossed into the mines, to be fair. That's where he said he spent most of his time as a child. It's a place that he always seemed to keep himself. That being said, I just wanted to bring up that there are a few changes throughout the city you would find. If you need anything, be sure to find one of us. There are more people here who are not knowledgeable of Sheikah traits. And there are many of us who have tried to keep ourselves more in the background of things. But you should be fine, as you have the, I guess, the precursor of being a champion of Hyrule. Most people would be fine seeing you here, seeing out and about.
Well, world travels pretty quickly then. I was wondering, did you have a messenger here recently by any chance?
A few. Was there anyone in particular that you are looking for?
We had someone at some point come over saying that they failed to deliver some packages over here.
Really? I don't remember any. Well, of course, I wouldn't know if any failed, but we have gotten a few people who have delivered mail. In fact, as of recently, there have been 2 as such who are, I believe, still in the village.
Oh, probably have to talk to them then, see if they can figure out if the package apparently was very important. Well, don't let me keep you, Havar. I'm pretty sure you're plenty busy with your new title.
I will keep myself as open to any questions as possible. Unfortunately, I've not been very much, I've not been in a lot of hurry to do much of anything. There's no real tasks that need to be done yet, and we haven't had any calls from the castle town in quite a while. Most of us are just sitting on our laurels.
No calls from Hasseltown, huh?
Not recently. We had, again, the few people who are bringing word from other villages. We have one from Ateno that had made their way here recently. And another we had from the Great Damned City, but nothing from Castletown.
Curious, the person that I was talking to, where it was in Castletown at the time. Maybe they've been having some problem delivering stuff for the ways that they're going through. I'll see about it.
That's very odd. The one we learned of your title from was making their way off to the north. Perhaps there's someone in Castletown worrying about word getting here. We'll have to look into that. Tell me, if that is the case, is there anything important that is outside of the walls we should know about?
Well, I'm just sitting here thinking about it, because I'm currently sitting here like, okay, Havar, I love you. Will you remember anything I tell you?
What are we talking about? Everything's fine. Next day. Oh, hi, Jasna. When did you get back here?
You better not have eaten that fucking apple. I'm not giving you another one.
Nom 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 nom. I've already eaten it, by the way. While we've been talking, it's gone. Taking very stealthy bites.
Well, I suppose nothing that immediately comes to mind. Seems like Castletown's doing better, but they're still, moving on their feet. If anything new comes to mind, I'll let you know.
We were thinking about sending some people out, but without knowing of anything, we don't want to risk exposing too many of the royal family secrets. That being said, if everything is doing fine, then we will rely on the information you have, and obviously, go ahead and go rest. I'll be available at any time you need.
You never changed, do you?
He begins to walk off. He gives a wave. In his other hand, you see an apple core. You never saw him take a bite.
Oh, he's getting better.
As he makes his way off, you find that after a bit of time, he just seems to disappear from sight of the area going forward. You know that Kakariko mostly does have a Sheikah presence to it, but for the few non-Sheikah residents, most of them just pretend to be regular Hylians and humans.
I like how we're just role-playing.
No one can know of the secret guardians of the royal family.
They could never.
Even though people know they exist, no one can know there's an entire village of them right here. Why would anyone ever think that?
It is I, Hylian. Oh, that racism and capitalism. I love that.
For a couple of years, we had a lot of people calling themselves Hyli.
Hello, I am Hyli, the Hylian.
Yo, that's my name. Oh. actually someone named Hailey that just happened to end up in this town. Everyone thinks they're Sheikah, but no, they're just a guy.
As you step in to town, looking out and about at the different people making their way, this is a lot less hustle and bustle than you remember being around in Castletown and other things of that nature. There are a few buildings here. You know that there's a lot more area that people would be choosing to be in over to the north, where they have some mining facilities. A lot of people have like little caves, as well as small other areas they stay in off in that direction.
To be fair, I came in from New York to go back to my hometown in buttfuck nowhere, Ohio, so of course there's not that many people in comparison.
Off to the east, there is a grave of sorts, a little graveyard area, but also there are small dotted farmlands in between, where for people to get a lot of things going on their ends. You know, for example, yourself, you and your family lived in a small farmland just outside of the major city, so you have to go off to the east to go there. As you step into the main part of the city, seeing people running around doing their thing, tiny little Sheikah, as you look at them just now barely perfecting their transformations. One of them still has white hair. What the fuck? Dumb kid. Anyway,
Stupid kid.
No one's gonna believe
I would
you're
never
a Hylian like that.
never bully a kid for being bad, and I also sucked ass.
It's like, oh, look at that kid sucking ass, remembering yourself, still showing off your markings whenever you were that little. It's like, I wasn't that bad. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was only terrible.
As you're stepping in, I'd like a couple of rolls from you.
Hell yeah.
The first roll I would like to get from you, let's go ahead and have a diligence check.
Hell yeah, baby. Let's not get mugged tonight.
Good job. Wonderful. And why don't you give me a spirit check as well?
Okay, Pog. Here we go.
Neat.
7.
Neat. Very good. Very cool. Very good. You step in. You start to kind of reminisce about this part of town again after seeing the tiny Sheikah children in their imperfect transformations. As you look around toward the more busy parts of this place, trying to get a lock on to what's going on here, you do find that as you try to figure out more about this place, figure out what the heck you felt before, like what has been eating at you every night, you can't really recall anything. Everything just sort of feels, if not a little bit less exciting than what you're used to now, but it does feel homey. Stepping out into
home.
Yeah, stepping out into the center of the city, you can't really remember why you ran off from here or anything of that nature, why you were so hesitant to come back. As you are around here, is there anything in particular you would like to make your way to?
Remind me the composition of this place again.
Okay, so right here is mainly the front of the city. There are mostly a little trading post right here that would be for people asking for help going up into the mountains, as well as asking for goods from the mountains and whatnot. There is a bit of a blacksmith, as well as a shop over into the north area that you know is mostly ran by Hylians, which is what has kind of given a bit of a reputation with it of, if you're a Sheikah, you could probably just go in there and take whatever you wanted, but you know, most people don't do that, you're sure.
I hope so.
Most people, nobody would do that. Nobody would just walk up to a guy and take things.
Nobody would ever do that, I say.
You find again that off to the north is where you would find a lot of the mining facilities, and off to the east area here, you would find the different farmlands and things of that nature.
Okay. So, I currently am here. I don't remember why the fuck I came here, which I think was an important part. I mean, I know why I came here, but I don't know why I came here.
You came here because of those crazy dreams and how
But I also can't remember what they were about.
Yeah, those crazy dreams make you so scared, but usually have you feel like I don't want to go back, and eventually you were like, but I probably should though.
And maybe I should fucking pussy up, actually.
It's like, I know I'm really scared about going back, but I probably should go back.
Okay, so the best thing to do here is to cover ground. So I'm gonna do what I know how to do. I have several items in my pocket I can probably sell. If I spend that time trying to gather some information about the news and goings on in this town, I might be able to get a little bit more.
Okay. If you want to try to sell some things, you probably want to make your way toward the shop to the north of the town, past the little trade area that I told you about before, the little outpost area. If you make your way up to the north here to go into said shopping area, I say district is one building.
The district, the one area in the entire town.
Oh, Jasna!
Oh my god.
You would find that there is a person behind the counter as you walk in. He goes, welcome.
Oh, good day. How are things going over here?
It's doing well enough. Need anything from the mountains?
Not particularly myself. I'm not gonna say I'm not against looking, if you wish to show.
Oh, well, I have some climbing gear that could be useful for going up there. We have larger bags that could be good for carrying any sort of ore or anything you're planning on bringing down from up there. If you're planning on going to the Goron City, we have a couple of potions that would help fatigue.
I'm not particularly planning to go up there right now, but perhaps I could interest you in some items I have myself.
What do you have?
Let's see what I have. 50 million Korok seeds. Give me a second.
You want some seed shit?
Other than your apples, you got yourself a leaf cape that you're not wearing. Yeah. You got the fine metal rod, which is fine and metal. Some Deku nuts, some Korok seeds, 5 of them. Sand chew jellies, river chew jelly. Some of that glassy black powder from in the underground of the Temple of Time. You got some yellow potion, red potion, Hylian herb, large onyx chunks. That's a big old chunk of onyx, and also your very important, extremely important firewood.
Yeah, extremely important firewood
that you have in the safety squares of your big bag. So
while we're looking at that, what does he have? Because he mentioned climbing gear, he mentioned potions.
Looking at his stuff, why don't you give me a straight D20 and see if he has anything other than what I already mentioned.
Yep. 6.
If you look over at his stuff, you do check and see that there is some regular food and things of that nature that he seems to have on hand as well. Mostly just keeping things general store item stocked kind of thing. Other than that, the potions that he seems to have are all orange, which is not any of the potions you have seen before. You find that the climbing gear seems to mostly be ropes and pythons and things like that for like literal just climbing. Nothing like a grappling hook or anything like that. And you find that the bags that he seems to have are around the same as the one you're having.
I don't think I need any more bags. I think I'm good.
Yeah, a lot of them seem to be more like tied into getting ore and things of that nature. But other than that, they're essentially exactly what you have.
I don't think I can. Look at me carrying like 2 different bags the size of my whole body.
Well, it's fine because your Sheikah bag belt that keeps these 2 essentially hidden, but you know you are carrying 2 gigantic bags, so. Oh shit! I didn't see all those.
Well, I suppose I could take some stuff from you. I am interested, but first I do actually have to clear some items in my bag. If you can clearly see, I have a lot. So let's try to first pass off these Korok seeds.
So Oddly enough, this is the first time someone has tried to give off Korok seeds to a merchant.
I'm gonna just be like, can you do literally anything with this?
As you bring these Korok seeds to a merchant, he looks them over and he goes, "Oh, 3 chunks of gold? Let me see here." As he looks over to the Korok seeds and starts to check them over, you see him pull out a small little eyepiece.
This looks
and check them
vaguely
over.
shit-shaped.
And he's like, "Oh, this is rather pure gold. I don't believe this is any of the metals like we find in the deserts, but this is still very fine. I could say I could give you probably 300 each."
I think that's pretty fair, yeah. I'll take it off. You can go ahead.
I can just imagine Jasna's like poker face here. That's-
Go ahead, I guess.
That seems fine. I suppose if that's all you have.
That's all you have. I mean, listen, this place. You know what? Why don't you have them by 250? I have a lot.
There you go.
In fact, I think I just made a few Korok seeds myself with that.
Well, let me just keep these here so I'm gonna look at his stuff. How about that climbing gear over there?
Well, if you'd like to get yourself one of these kits, I would say he like just looks over toward the Korok seeds, and as he's handing you the money, he just takes back one of the rupees.
That's all right. It's like I would normally fight it, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting to make $300 and shit, so I'm gonna just let it happen.
As he takes back one of the rupees, you say that's fine, and he gives you back one of these. As you are now the proud owner of a climbing kit. Let me get a little thing of it so I can say what it do and all that good stuff. But again, this isn't like a hook shot or anything like that. But
It's just climbing gear. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Maybe we can put Master Raci's body in the mines like you wanted.
Poor Master Racist.
Oh, poor man, it was a
If there's
dream.
anything we can say about Master Racist is that he was very passionate
Here for now,
about
because I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with these later. Say, how has town been lately? I've been out for a bit.
Yeah, you've been here before?
Quick question. I know this guy, right? Or I don't know him. Is this a completely new guy?
He's definitely not a Sheikah. As you look him
Yeah,
over,
yeah, I can tell he's a normal
obviously
guy.
human.
Yeah.
However, go ahead and give me an experience check.
I'm gonna at least put 1 inspiration in this. I don't think I've rolled over at 10 all day. And it's not gonna start now. It's fine.
Altogether, that is an 8. He looks familiar, but you don't really know. You don't really get a thought of his name or anything.
Oh, well, I've been here a couple times before. It's been a bit since I've been here. Might not remember me.
Oh, well, when did you leave? I can see if I can think of anything. And I know that apparently there was a shakeup with the village elders at one point, though they were getting rather old from what I could tell. I think they were elders whenever my father was here. Other than that, well, business hasn't been doing that well recently.
Really? No one coming along?
Well, we usually sell general goods out to everybody around here, so we can expect a certain amount of profit depending on the different days or of the week and whatnot. But I've noticed that there's a decent decline in general goods that have been asked about in the past, I don't know, 3 to 6 months.
So no one's been buying anything. I was hoping to get some of these off myself. Well, strange.
Yeah, it's
Have we been getting
caused a bit of
competition from outside?
No, not really. It's just caused a bit of a backup. We have a large supply of cuckoo eggs now. We have a large supply of meats and dairies and things of that nature. I eventually had to start handing some off. If I didn't, they would spoil. It just has a lot of daily goods has been piling up. It's as if people just aren't buying it, or at least not buying it as much as they did before.
Well, we can only hope that things turn over eventually, right? So these things tend to rot.
I will have him roll really quickly for a reason, for a thing, for a C, for a
Quick, use your brain!
Other than that, we haven't really been getting as many ore deposits from the mines as we usually do as well. At least that's what the blacksmith was telling me the other day. Something about how people are always asking for weapons, but there's usually not enough metal to go around to make them.
Quick question, how many blacksmiths are here?
As far as...
That aren't my mom.
I was gonna say, as far as blacksmiths, there's the one on the opposite side of this area, which would be the town blacksmith, quote unquote, the non-Sheikah one. Your mother would be the one for most Sheikah things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The food is coming from them. All right, noted. So currently, I need a fucking fetch me the paper.
The main thing is less general goods are being bought for like daily use, and you're getting less shipments of ore from the north.
You happen to have just a spare book laying around I could buy off you.
Book? Oh yeah, here you go.
Thank you. just gonna note that somewhere. All right, everyone. Jasna Quest 2023. All right.
You wanna
So
have
far
one
we
of
know.
Will's? You wanna have one of Will's things to doodle on? Here you go.
I'll probably just use the text bar, because if I use Will stuff, if I move it, it's going to remove the text as well.
Okay, we'll just do Jasna Quest 2023 over here.
Okay. So, we know, so far, 3 of the elders are super dead. Died from scary dreams, perhaps? What is so goddamn... Are you laughing at Master Racist?
Master Racist was truly the best among us.
You don't laugh at our master. He was a good man. Anyway, we know that messages from Castletown are not coming through. Presumably they're getting mind wiped. We're not sure. We know no one's buying food anymore.
Some people are buying food, just not enough.
Some people are buying food. No, so no one's buying ores or weapons either.
Well, it's nobody's they're not getting
No one's in
shipments
the
of
mines.
ore. Yeah. They're not getting a lot of shipments of ore.
Which doesn't make sense. Why would they do my master racist like that?
You have to separate Master Racist. You have to separate it's cultural.
Yeah, it's like he's a Roz East.
Perfect.
Everyone loved Rusty's except during Valentine's Day. I mean, not Thanksgiving.
Anyway, those potions of yours, I've never seen those orange potions.
Oh, are we done in
Yeah, we're
Jasna's-
done with that.
Jasna's
Put that
corner?
for
Okay.
now. We're gonna
Alright.
keep that there. We're gonna go back to speculation after we have more information.
Oh yes, these are potions for stamina, for making your way through the mountains. They should keep you right and healthy.
Let me count how much space I have, because I might just have to start dropping for over encumbrance soon. I wasn't expecting those Korok seeds for sale for 300.
Oh, these are only 50 rupees a piece.
That's the issue. I'm talking like out loud. It's like I'm currently figuring out the
you're full.
space I have in my bag.
Yeah, you're full up.
You see, I came here with 2 bags worth of apples. And if I grab, and I currently think the magic wallet is full, so I can't put the rupees in there. I am currently figuring out how I want to do this. I have put myself in a bad tactical situation.
Let's see here. Let's check out the magic wallet. Magic wallet can have up to 100. Let's see what you have in here.
That's
oh no.
more than 100.
Oh no. Did I say 100 for this magic wallet? There we go. It's 1,000 can be in here. So
how much is there currently?
You go. There's currently 900 in there.
Yeah, there you go. So I can fit exactly one of these back in the bag. It shouldn't be a problem if I... Hold on. I wasn't expecting this to get taken over by me trying to figure out how to do math. I am so sorry.
No,
I did not expect me putting 100 apples in my inventory would be a problem.
We'll just take these rupees here. We'll just move them down here.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Right now you have 600 in there. Now you have 900 and 1,000.
Well, now I have a bigger problem because now I'm carrying more.
You was like, I can't wait for the idiot that has to do math with all this. You now, fuck you, bastard.
Fuck. I'll get some of those orange potions. I think my bag can carry 2 more, so I'll hand over one of these.
Okay. You're gonna hand over one of the you're gonna hand over one of the gold.
One of the golds, because they are less in there than the stray ones.
Okay. Orange potion.
This is the biggest L I've taken in my entire life.
Everything's fine.
I'm suffering from success.
Don't worry about it. You're fine. This guy sells bags if you want to buy a wallet.
Yeah, I think I'll buy a wallet. How much is a wallet?
We'll say that if this is a thing, we're gonna assume that your wallet is a big wallet now.
Yeah.
Because I gave you 900 more spaces.
How kind and generous of you.
I'm great. So you have your big wallet here. It holds up to 1,000. If you want another big wallet, it will cost you. We will say 500 for another big wallet.
Okay, I can give you 2 Korok seeds for that, and you can keep the change.
You will take the 2 Korok seeds. You will gain
He's
one
such
more.
a kind man. He can keep the change.
You will gain one more big wallet. At which point, you have to figure out where to put this.
Yep, I think at that point that solves itself. We can just put it in the space where it was previously.
Perfect.
And then the initiative falls over and
he will
all
give
falls
you
down.
back. He will give you back your 1 silver because he's a businessman. He wouldn't take the extra silver.
He would never.
He would never. Also,
okay,
I want to
so
see you mess with
100.
it.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we put 1, 2, 3. So here it caps at 100. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Perfect. You've done it.
These are the high stakes situations that we came to the Jasna one-shot for.
Dude, if people didn't want to come here for commerce, I don't know what they're here for.
Okay. Alright. I'll be making my way now because I'm just gonna go. I feel like after that I need to just lay down for a minute.
Oh yeah, of course. We'll talk to you later. Oh, By the way, I heard that gold and gems fall from the sky, and you might have to get another wallet now.
Are you saying that to fuck with me right now? But I appreciate the jest.
You make your way outside. As you do, you are close enough. I would say that you would see that there are some guards over at the north part of the town, as they would be people who would be guarding their way off toward the mines. You would note that there is only one there right now. Usually there are two, but currently right now there is only one there, seemingly keeping a good watch over the area that way. Other than that, it does seem that the blacksmith is in if you wanted to ask any more questions, but if not, you could always make your way further in toward the farmlands or sticking around where you are.
Okay, let's look like a Jasna Quest 2023. Okay. So, from what we know, we don't know why the mines are closed, so probably asking the blacksmith is a pretty good idea. Because at that point, we can see why the mines are not currently putting ores, and if it involves the words "there's a demon," then we know that's where it is.
If it involves a demon, we know what to do. Kill it.
If it doesn't have a demon, then we'll have to leave it alone, I guess. It's normal.
Yeah, it's normal shit.
So yeah, we'll go to the blacksmith.
We're just in a recession is all.
There's two things that could be happening here that could have scared Jasna. Either this place is falling to hell because of something beyond its comprehension, or there is an economical recession. And that's it. There's the other two options.
You make your way inside. The blacksmith is in there. As she looks off to you, she goes, "Welcome. If you brought your own stuff, then that's great. Otherwise, you have to look at some of the stuff on display. You can't take any orders right now."
I was hearing something happened recently.
Recently, no, it's mostly just not getting a lot of ore from the mines up north. But we have some things in stock if you'd like. If you brought your own ores, we can mess with those.
If we just simply look at a camera shot of Jasna holding a literal bone boomerang in the back of her, the size of her body. No, I think I'll be fine.
All right, it's fucking like the size of fucking
it's literally the size of her body.
It's like fucking Songo from Inuyasha sized. I forgot.
It's like, no, I think I'll be fine, I say with my gigantic weapon.
Yeah, you look like you're fine.
Still, though, I hadn't heard that. What, have there been problems with the mines up north?
I think they're just being lazy up there, honestly. It used to be about a couple months back, even before, we would be getting these large shipments from up there, barrels and barrels of either coal for the fires or some iron or anything like that we can use. Lately we've just been getting maybe a barrel a month, which has been weird. I think they're just either out of the vein that they made. Maybe they just haven't found anything more in the areas they're looking for. They might have to open a new mine, or I don't know, maybe they're just holding out on us. Maybe the Gorons are giving them higher prices.
Quick question, do I recognize her by any chance?
Why don't you roll me for experience to see if you know me and see if we're childhood friends.
Riku strats. I'm trying to see what the fuck's going on, and the only way to do that is by literally spamming experience in every roll I am given. Yeah,
Jasna does have a fleeting. I understand that. We're okay. You have a 12. Roll me one more time.
That is higher than the previous number. We're finally rolling over a 10.
Let's go.
Jasna heads, we can stay winning.
15. Plus your 1 for experience. You know this person. This person has been here for quite a bit. You actually do recognize that the other one has been as well, since he had said that his dad was here. You know that the blacksmith that used to be here, while they don't have any ties to the Sheikah, they are rather skilled, at least in making certain things. You know that your mother in particular is the Sheikah blacksmith. She used to come here and get regular shipments from this person, or even take some of their higher tier weapons that they made before they would make them off into Sheikah weapons. So you guys have had a pretty decent bit of a thing between each other. It's been a long time though, obviously. And obviously once you started your Sheikah training as well, you weren't really too into coming down from the mountains.
We're very busy. Okay, so I will put that as well in the list. Probably need to do the worst thing that could happen here.
Oh no.
And it's first of all delete all the dullest thing I wrote. That's fine.
No!
Okay, so we're gonna just go back to writing.
No!
We're gonna just
Want me
do
to
it the
reset?
way that God intended.
Want me to reset?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll rewind. We have to get your words back. There they are.
Okay, Pog. So clearly when I click it, it deletes. So I'm gonna just use a pen and write over it.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Cool. This is a great one shot. Anyway, so we know the mine shipments. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna just use hieroglyphs here.
Maybe you could do the arrow and then you could type in over here with more typing.
You're right. Okay, we have a problem. I have deleted my entire bar for Tabletop Simulator.
You have fucking what
Okay,
now?
no, we're good. We're good. We're fine. We're good. We're okay. Where's the text tool? We found it. Okay, so the mines have been getting held up. So far, we don't know why. Current blacksmith, not Chica, is a little racist about it.
What? Whoa! I was just saying that maybe the Gorons are offering them more money. What do you mean?
Has to live in someone.
She's just like, the Gorons are getting lazy, and I'm like, oh.
No, that wasn't what I said at all.
Okay, never mind. I'll
I
take it
said
away.
the ones working our mines are getting lazy, and that maybe they're selling all their stuff to the
Okay.
Gorons.
Current blacksmith
Whoa!
is not racist.
Whoa! Well, yeah, Rasis died.
Wait, that means his group is dead, so racism is
Goron
dead.
might be getting better prices. Anyway, I'm gonna cry.
Oh no.
It's fine. It's a laughter kind of cry.
Okay, good.
So the keyword I go back on here is why. So slowly, as we continue Jasna Quest 2023, we'll simply branch out this path of questions into more answers, which will have more questions. And then by the end, it'll all be disregarded because I'll just walk into whatever I was trying to find. So let's go do the unthinkable. So clearly, we're not going to be able to find much answer from the people who are currently not Chica, at least for the situation of what the fuck's going on. Though we do know things are fucked. So the plan now is to do the unthinkable. I have to see my parents.
No.
Yeah. Do you wanna make your way over toward where your parents are?
I will do the unthinkable. I will.
You're like goodbye.
Havana.
Havana.
Yes, I've said
And her
that
brother
they're
Margaritaville.
You would make your way, as you would, going through the main part of town. Upon stepping out, you would find that the big ass well is doing okay. That's pretty neat.
Pretty good.
I just now realized how big the well is compared to you. Although to be fair, it's not. It's like it's kind of all right size, probably. Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, you would find that you would be making your way beyond.
Ever wonder
the
why we
area.
had such a creepy big well?
That's such a
What
fucking
a
big
weird
ass
decision
well,
for
man.
a town to make, anyway.
Why do we have such a big ass creepy well? What the fuck? You would make your way off into the east, past the main section here. Upon going off to the east, you would be going to find the home where your mother and father would be hanging out, would be doing their thing. Again, most of the Sheikah keep themselves in the areas off away from the main part of town because a lot of them make their way off further into the mountains to do their training as well as other things like that. They usually keep themselves away from the hustle and bustle of the city. And by hustle and bustle, I mean, damn, it doesn't have a lot of hustle or bustle now that you've seen Castletown.
Yeah, again, it's New York compared to a farmer's market in Ohio. It's not the same.
You'll be making your way over into the eastern sections. You wouldn't be making your way off to the graveyard or anything like that. You would be off toward the valleys between the mountains. Upon getting out and about, you do find yourself making your way over toward where your mother and father's section would be. A large, oh geez, a large section that would be a little bit less than that. There we go. Just kind of make the walls a little bit. A large section over by where a small crop field would be. Obviously, the crop field just having trees in it and potentially apples, or who knows what would be up there. Who knows what would be growing out of these shika trees. Who the fuck would ever know why all the farmlands are just giant plantations of trees in the mountains? Why would there be anything like that?
Why would that ever be a thing?
Man, why would any of them ever do such a thing? Anyway, going further off into the area here, you would find that the doorway to making your way in would be slightly ajar.
I don't remember there be people who kept their door open, but all right.
I want to make a little roof, little roof tile, little. There we go, perfect. As you would make your way over into said, oh, it's lower than the thing. Oh, you would make your way into the area. As you would go in, you would find that there is a woman inside.
Well, look what the bitch is changing. I thought I smelled failure.
All right.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You would find stepping in that you would go into the normal area that you would normally see stepping into your home. The entire living room area has been changed, shaped about into a humongous forge.
Yeah, that's normal.
With a slight counter in front of it, as if to get anybody who would coming in for orders and things of that nature. The actual home area of this place would all be either upstairs or downstairs from this place, but the entirety of the first floor of this area would be dedicated to there's a kitchen kind of in the square over there, and then the rest is forge.
The rest is forge. There's like I guess an ancient Sheikah refrigerator to host one sandwich, I guess, but yeah, that's it.
As you would step in, you would see that there is your mother. She is currently messing about with the area back where the ores and the other such things are. They seem to be currently shaping or sharpening one of the sickle-like weapons that they seem to have over by where they are. They seem to be looking over toward you, however, as they're doing such a thing, as they're sharpening their weapon.
That makes me feel normal. Mom, it's been a while. I am quickly reading the situation. She's gonna kill me.
No, this is normal.
Okay, Pog, excellent. Is this like did I accidentally break a wooden?
She doesn't think of this as a threatening gesture. She's just like, oh,
yeah, I have to make sure, because sometimes she's like, oh, you've done something and I have to make the gesture at you. I'm trying to make sure this is
she's not brandishing it at you. She's not like holding it at you like, I'm about to throw this. She's just sharpening it, just getting some things out of the way.
Okay, she's not chancling me, all right.
Yeah.
If there's an easy way to tell, though, ask what your name is, and if she uses your full name, run.
If she uses stepsis prison wife with a need for speed, then you need to get out of there.
Mother, it's been a while.
Hello, stepson. No, I'm playing.
Wait a second.
Jasna, I had heard that you made your way back in.
Yeah, I just recently made it in. I'm so you've kept yourself busy as always.
And you've spent an entire hour being here without coming and seeing me. Now she's brandishing it.
Okay. I had to take care of some other things, you see. I say very clearly looking away, lying.
It's no problem. You eventually made it here. She turns around, puts the sickle-like weapon down before stepping up, again, with the grace of a Sheikah, almost without even showing any kind of movement at all. She has made it swiftly out and around the counter. With a fluid movement that just does not seem to... you're not used to it after being away from it for so long. This is something where if you would have saw a Hylian in Castletown do it, you would have been on guard.
I would have been like on site.
Like, fuck! But with the same kind of swift grace, she does make her way over to the front of the counter, and she extends both of her hands in a kind of show of a hug, but also like in more of a, like, you know, let's have brief contact and then we'll break apart. There's never really been like a humongous.
Let us make some brief contact.
It isn't like a humongous like kind of thing here. It's like she brings one arm around you and gives a hug before checking on you with the other, checking on your the braided parts of your the front of your hair, as well as
she would hug Nimbus with both of her fucking hands, by the way.
She would fucking hug the shit out of Nimbus. Nimbus, where have you been? No.
Just laying that out there. Anyway, hi, Mom.
As she does this, she seems to be checking on you. She's like, seems you've been in some battle.
We can say that we've kept ourselves quite busy, yes. Met a pretty adventurous sort, yeah. But I'm mostly standing all straight, I think.
You're mostly standing perfectly fine. It does seem as if she looks you over. Yeah, there's a bit of soot upon some of these clothes. One of you must have been messing with bombs. Let's see here.
Oh, this cloak is technically not new.
You have some dirt under your nails. Looks as if you've been inside the forest at some level. As she checks you out, this is a somewhat new cloak, that is true. I guess the stuff we had here wasn't good enough for you.
That's not Mom. You know I would never.
No, it's fine.
I'm afraid to tell her the truth that it was used to free up a goblin, because then she would just kill me. But
are you still doing that chosen hero thing, or are you getting an actual job now?
Oh my god!
You gave in your family's heritage for a goblin?
Oh yeah, because you're not wearing that right now, right?
Say that again?
Because you don't have that anymore, right? The cloak?
I lost my original cloak. This one's from
This is a new cloak.
Yeah, it's a new one.
Yeah. As she checks over everything, she then looks at the large boomerang you have with you. Still going for boomerangs, I see. This one seems a lot more intimidating than the others.
Oh, come on.
No, believe me.
It's a pretty quite large boomerang, yes.
In the hands of the Sheikah, any weapon can be used to its full potential. With that, I could not imagine seeing what would happen to your enemies. You know, Nimbus favored large weapons
when they
too.
Get hit with it, you'd be surprised.
You know, Nimbus favored large weapons too. Perhaps the two of you have more in common than you think.
He's been around. You know him and his large weapons. He loves having those.
When you were in Castletown, did you ever see him?
I did catch sight of him. He is doing well. He has been busy himself, but
that's good. I should send some stuff out with you to take to him whenever you're thinking of heading back.
Oh, I think his hands are pretty full already, but if you insist, I would absolutely bring anything you would like. He is, however, extremely busy with this adventurer party of his.
And you're not busy with your adventuring party, or were they the same?
They were currently different parties. He had been with a different kind. Had something happen to the leader. It was a shame, but generally I had come to just take a detour, see how everything's been going around.
As you can see, everything is doing relatively well. You should try to rest, though, at some point. I'm sure that the trip has taken a lot out of you.
It's been a long trip. I'll see if I sleep well, though. I suppose I haven't been sleeping fantastically well. It must be the fatigue.
Not a lot of us have been sleeping too fantastically, to be fair.
So you haven't been sleeping well either? Has the force been keeping you up recently?
There's been some... How do I put it? We've been noting that there has been some strange happenings in our dreams lately. I'm not entirely sure exactly what's been going on, but you'll probably know about it soon. Whether or not you stay here for a while or not, you'll most likely see at least one. We have been unnerved by it, I guess is the best way to put it. Though it does seem that it seems to be only happening to those of us who are getting up in years.
I suppose I had received word from Havar that the elders were gone.
We've been trying to keep ourselves busy, trying to figure things out. Your father has actually been making his way down into the temple as such every now and then with some others to try to see if there's some kind of spiritual link to all of this, but so far it brought back nothing.
So all of you haven't been sleeping well. I've been having that same sort of... So do you remember anything of that, actually?
There's no way you've been having those. You're far too young for that.
I'm not... Listen, I'm not trying to be... The last few... Well, technically... Hold on. It's not even been like a week, actually. It's been... because we appeared in the past, and that's when we ran out. So now... You
ran out whenever you had whatever happened. You spent an undetermined amount of time inside the forest the first time. When you came out, you were sent back in time by a month. At least from what you assumed you went in.
Believe me if I told you I was temporarily dislodged for a little bit?
What? You then had the month in Castletown originally. You then had the Slaverman stuff happen during that month. You went off into the new sections and wanting to go off toward did you ever go to no, Clavier went to the other city. So yeah, it'd be about 2 or 3 weeks since you had left this place originally.
It's been 3 weeks.
It's just like that's why she's not like going like, oh man, hello. It's like, oh, it's been forever. It's like, no, I saw you like 3 weeks ago, whatever.
It's like, fuck you, that's normal.
But no, it's been around 3 weeks, and apparently there's been these weird dreams happening to everybody.
So in the time that I was gone, which is 3 weeks. Okay, let me add another pile to the Jasna quest player.
Let's move that over.
So it's been 3 whole goddamn weeks.
Are you still writing in that thing?
I just bought this. And so we know it's been 3 whole goddamn weeks. We're gonna continue with line 4. We're gonna put it around here, I guess.
Okay.
All of the more up in age Chica, or at least most if not all, have been having the weird ass dreams.
Does that mean you're getting old?
I think I'm getting old. Which doesn't make sense because I theoretically should be like 3 months younger as well.
You know, Nimbus doesn't keep a diary.
Maybe that's why he's doing better than you, because he has less distractions.
Mother, please.
You said you straightened yourself out, but I still don't see grandkids.
Oh my god.
I don't know why the fuck Willa decided to be mean as my mom, but that's a good way to come back, I feel.
I'm gonna move this over here so we can start actually drawing on the main thing instead of above it.
That sounds smart. Okay. Alright, and then we'll make another line. And we'll write down here. I guess Jasna's becoming a boomer? We'll just keep that there.
It's the boomer JasnaRP.
The boomer virus.
The
oh
boomer
no, it's
virus.
COVID.
As this is mentioned, she does seem to look over toward the window before looking back to you. You have been gone a rather long time, haven't you?
Well, I suppose it's been 3 or so. I mean, it's definitely longer than usual, I suppose.
Even before that, you were going back and forth with your with your shopping, selling stuff thing?
I was being a merchant, mother.
Yes, that.
Yeah. Speaking of Merry Christmas, let me just pull out one full hang of apples.
You pull out. Let's see here. How many is here? 18,
Merry
19,
Christmas,
20,
Mom.
21. You pull out 21 apples, and you place them onto the area in front. You see for the briefest of moments a flash of I'm finally proud of my daughter going across your mother's face.
Who the fuck is Nimbus?
Who the fuck is Nimbus?
I am so smug right now.
You do see
a
her.
second I can tear you away from Nimbus is a moment I'll treasure forever.
You see her look it over
Okay,
like,
okay.
oh my, you're just going to drop these off here.
Well,
You realize how much
carrying these
favor you
along.
can get with those who have replaced the elders with these?
I didn't come here to converse in politics, Mom.
You were always decently good at that.
I
Talking, I mean.
suppose I was.
I
Still,
don't mean
it's-
that in any bad way.
Still, it's been a while. I figure I should bring something home.
Well, I mean, if you do wish to grace the family with some of your earnings, I suppose she's already slipped 2 of them into her sleeves.
She's already doing it.
There's already 2 of them in her sleeves, but the rest of them she seems to put over into a box on the side, and seem to have them right on the display of the windowsill she was looking out. You know
They will be gone by the end of the day.
You know that as she does this, she gives a snide look over to the neighboring farming area.
That's right, Johnsons.
It's like, it's like, oh, we have fucking 19 apples in this bushel, bitch.
Oh, did Nimbus come back? No, this is from my daughter, Jasna. Sorry, I'll remember your name now.
Oh my god.
Why are you so mean to me?
That isn't me. That's the Will. Anyway.
Oh, the Will spirit. I've heard of it before.
Yeah, it's he's
That's
over there.
your
You just see
Aunt
a character looking like Dompe, but it's with Will's voice.
No, it's Aunt Camellia.
Leave her alone. When did she get here? Okay.
Anyway, so
Anyway.
as you bring the bushel over to them, they seem to take it. They give a smirk, and again, they do put them on the windowsill before looking back over to you. You've done quite a lot. I've heard as well that you've become a champion.
That much is right. I didn't have that in my agenda, but I suppose that did happen.
We get some news from passerby. Something about having taken down some kind of a trafficking ring or something.
All right, yeah, his name was Slav. Hold on a minute.
Hold a damn minute. Slaverman. Flavorman. What? Anyway.
What? How did none of us see this one coming?
No
anyway,
way.
yes, that man. That man. He had been doing some very foul stuff in Castletown, and also I suppose destabilizing the entire economic output of the area, but I suppose that doesn't matter as much.
Whenever all that had got to our ears, Master Raciste was thinking quite a lot about the monster situation that was there. Something about how monsters interacting with spiritual something. I don't know. Your father would know more of it. Seemed to be very important whenever he was talking about it. Something about how they were feeling monster influence all about lately.
Monster influence?
Well, It was one of the first times we had heard of somebody trying to take monsters' power such as that through blood, but it seemed that some of the elders were a little spooked by it.
Mother, if I may confide with you in something,
Of course.
I'm gonna just go ahead and assume it's not literally Jasna Quest 2023. Assume this is written by like a competent person, not by me.
Okay.
But I'm gonna just like share over the book that I've been writing in, and just something has been happening with this town.
With Kakariko?
Indeed, usually I would attribute these to, again, highly forbid economic recession, but most of these have not been adding up. From when I was outside in Castletown, people would come back with their packages saying that they'd come back from... They would keep receiving the same letters whenever they came over here. It's like information couldn't get out.
Interesting. Well, I will admit that the elders were a big shock. We still think that those dreams have something to do with spiritual something. Hopefully we can figure it out from the temple, but has there really been this many problems with the merchants in Kakariko? They can't sell their wares.
Again, normally one would assume that it's simply an issue of ebb and flow, but from what they've been describing, this seems very abnormal. I don't see why the mines would stop at this time of hour, especially with, well, the upheaval all over Hyrule at the moment. As for food, well, I don't see why they'd keep bringing the same amount of food if they were expecting the same people to buy it. At that point, it'd stop making so much.
Well, I will say some of this is interesting, and it isn't the first time I've seen it. You're starting to sound like that Hylian that came by.
A Hylian came back?
There was one that apparently had made his way from the deserts. He was speaking of some kind of a hope to send some able-bodied women of the Sheikah over there. We had brought him in because, well, first off, he knew of us. But second off, he seemed to have the correct documentation and seals ready for such a request. That being said, he still hasn't left. Something about saying how the city intrigued him some way.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and write that one down.
You'd most likely find him over by the mines, I would think.
So... really, just some Hylian came over and started trying to find Sheikah women for what? Has he even told?
Something about how the desert has been hostile toward men lately. I mean, the Gerudo live out there, but something apparently has been even stronger of an influence. So they were hoping to get some Sheikah women to make their way there to either infiltrate or figure something else out that's going on. It doesn't seem like a job for any of the men inside of there.
I'd heard exploits of the desert being, well, the Gerudo, yes, but I had not expected it to have another influence. I know this sounds insane. It's just been... I had felt some sort of energy that had told me that I should have come here. And now that I'm here, I can't remember why I came here.
Jasna.
Huh?
Roll me experience one more time, please.
Okay, here we go. All right, you know what? Can I please roll more than a 1? Is that possible?
That's more than a 1.
That's not a 1.
That's more than a 1. You did it.
I know I kind of put my expectations a little bit too low, I will say.
I would say that if you do plan to go and see the Hylian, though, you should probably take a bit of a rest. She brings herself over and seems to sort of check out your forehead and your and the sides. You are stressed out.
I guess I'll attempt a little bit of a rest then. Just, I guess it's been a long 3 days.
Any
Also
kind of
3
travel
weeks.
whenever there's something on your mind would be in the same kind of vein. Just sleep, and if you do have any of those dreams, be sure to let me know, all right? We'll figure something out.
I'll do my best. I guess I'll try to go find my single bed here and try to fucking sleep.
You make your way
I
out
don't want to, but
you make your way away to go and do a bit of resting. As you do notice that she pulls an apple core out from one of her sleeves.
yeah, that's normal. Yeah, you go, Mom.
They can't eat in front of you, but if you're leaving, they'll eat the other apple while you're gone. It's just ingrained in Sheikah knowledge, you know.
Yeah, of course. It's a thing about, eating in front of people. You can't do that.
Then we go back to you, who have eaten everything in front of all your friends, including the gigantic cake that everybody ate in the castle.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
bitch, want to watch me eat?
It's fine. Nimbus did too.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're both sinners.
The hedgehog did too. Who cares?
Wait, he did. I
Stupid
disowned him
fucking
now.
hedgehog.
That's not the best.
You
I
make your
shouldn't
way.
talk about him like that. He's a decent guy, but still.
You make your way up into. Yeah, you had a bit of a character moment about that.
Yeah, it's like I shouldn't talk about him like that.
Gorthos tried talking shit to him, and you're like, that's my hedgehog. Only I can talk shit about it.
That's my hedgehog, asshole.
That belongs to me.
I don't want to go to sleep, but that's the only way that I'm gonna figure out what I'm remembering wrong.
You make your way up.
Paradoxically.
You make your way up to your bed, which, looking around your bed, everything in here seems a little small, but maybe it's because you have such a big ass fucking house in Castletown.
Yeah, it's true. I kind of forgot what normal living was like.
As you get up there, you get yourself into a position to lay down. It seems to be very early for this, but you are tired from your travel. As you go to rest, everything is quiet. As soon as you push everything out from there, all of the different noises of the town, all of the noises of the cuckoo that are coming from town, the noises of your mother doing something downstairs with the metalworking she's doing. Once all of those distractions and everything sort of leaves, you feel calm, but the silence is almost eerie. Roll me for your magic, please.
Oh boy. Let's go.
Must this be the big one? I mean, it's pretty good.
I mean, it's better than the 0. Again, it's a surreal moment. I'm trying to roll like a decent number. It's still like 11, but
The sounds of the midday do seem to somewhat be far off, enough so that you are able to close your eyes and drift to a relatively uneasy but still somewhat restful sleep. As you do, you wake up, none of those dreams having happened. Not tonight, at least. Not today. As you wake up, you immediately feel that you are rested. You immediately feel that the area about is somewhat calm. And you step down, ready to go about your day. maybe helping out your mom with some of the things they're doing, shipping things back and forth from Kakariko. Maybe going into town and checking out anything that's interesting about this place. But you know, your visit back home so far has been mostly fine.
It's been awkwardly peaceful. I feel like I was coming here in more of a panic, and now I don't remember.
You step out. Because of the way you rested, it is later in the day. It is around nightfall at the moment. Your mother does seem to have mostly packed everything up from their side. It seems to be over by where the windowsill is. Once again, you see that she does seem to be making some symbols and signs over toward where the other farmhouse is. You also note that a good portion of the apples are gone.
Average Sheikah household.
As you would make your way over. Oh, have a good rest, Jasna.
Yeah, I did sleep better this time. I suppose it was. Oh.
I got sent a thing apparently.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Are you being sent a good night's kiss?
No. I was sent something that it probably won't be for what he thinks it is, unfortunately. But yeah, anyway.
Well, are you sending porn?
No.
Okay, we're good.
No. I'm working on something else. It could be porn if you want.
No. Anyway, it's like, yeah, I suppose that I worried for not much, I guess. I slept relatively well.
She looks out and about toward the farmhouse. She seems to make again another couple of symbols with her hands before making her way back over towards you. The Johnsons say hi. You said Johnsons earlier. I'm sticking with it.
I can't say that any of us are very good at coming up with very good last names.
Yeah, they're all like it's like Johnson. That's a Hylian name, right? We'll take that. God, we're so sneaky.
Do wish them my regards.
It's the perfect crime.
Do wish them my regards. I suppose I have plenty on my plate to look up right now, but I suppose I should talk to them at some point. By the way, where's Dad?
Oh, well, he had made his way down into the temple recently, but they should be making their way up at any time. You can probably go and speak with him. Maybe he's made his way back into the central town, or maybe he's over by where the mines are.
I should probably go look for him. I think he will be he'll have something to say if I show up and don't talk to him. So
he might be a little upset, yeah.
I think I'll try to go catch up with him. And it's good to see you again.
She goes over for another one of her slightly elongated armed hugs, but not really like full embrace.
If I was Nimbus, you'd actually hungry.
It's like she doesn't really know what a real hug is. It's like, there you go.
Yeah. I know you know what a hug is.
If I was Nimbus.
Okay, alright. Peace and love and planet are fine. It's fine.
You want to make your way back into Kakariko?
I make my way back into Kakariko.
You make your way over. Let's go ahead and get to the entire reason I said it was nighttime. Oh, fuck! Nighttime map!
Oh, shit!
Ah, fuck! We did it! Anyway.
Oh my god! Map change!
As you would find your way back into here, you do find that as things are getting closer to night, there is a somewhat of a gathering of some definitely Hylians off in the center of town.
Oh yeah, classic.
As you look at them, you are much better at seeing who's who anymore since leaving. Maybe it's because of the training you had with Roki. Maybe it's different things of that nature. But as you look over toward the tree, you find that there is a large group of definitely Hylians, just kind of hanging out, doing their thing. I'm gonna get a couple. There we go, a couple more.
These are the most Hylians of all time.
Just, oh man, look at how normal everybody is over here. They're so normal and having good times. You find that one of them seems to be speaking with Havar. As the one who is speaking to Havar, I'm gonna just copy Havar real quick, because I was given a thing and we're gonna use that one, I guess. Ooba-dooba-doo. Yeah. You find that there's another, that there appears to be another Sheikah, not seemingly hiding shit, talking over with Havar, that you recognize to be your father.
He doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Why does my dad look like Rue?
Don't worry about it. He's got your ears.
Hold on a second.
He's got your ears.
Hold on a second.
What's up, man?
Wait, hold on, Mom.
What's up, man?
We're good. We're good.
We're good.
All right.
Good?
No one panic.
No one panic. Everybody unpanic. Unpanic yourself. You do note that the other Hylians who are here and other such humans who are here do start to make their way off and about in different directions. One of them looks left and looks right, and then just literally ninja jumps into the air, disappearing.
Yeah, again, the most normal people that have ever existed. What else is new?
Hey, check this shit out. Okay. Oh, look at me. I'm struggling to lift this board. Yeah. Where'd the other guy go? What's going on?
I just love the idea of one of them just like fucking doing like a flash step, leaving behind a slight like fucking after image and just disappearing into the sky.
They're gone. Also, I can't believe, man. Give me a second more.
I was just given this
great.
one. I was just given it by Lindo. Like, oh, here's Jasna's dad. I'm like, okay.
Give me a moment. I need to.
I'm giving you a moment.
I need to take it in.
They're doing their best.
Okay. All right. Good. I still don't know why my dad looks like Ro, but this is. Okay, I won't worry about it. I'm gonna just go talk to my dad now.
You make your way over. As you do, you find that your dad and Havar are speaking somewhat lower than what you would expect. But as you approach, you do see a bit of a smirk from Havar. See, I told you she would see us. Your dad looks over. I guess you were right. Welcome home, Jasna.
It's good to see you again. Now, to be fair, you two, we're not hiding much right now.
We don't really hide much. We don't really
so.
hide much usually before this, but you weren't able to find us then.
I suppose I wouldn't be able to see if I couldn't see it in the first place. That is a point.
Like I said, whenever you first made your way here, you have grown. Your skill is definitely undeniable now.
I like to say that I've been busy, but I'm sorry. Enough about me. How have you been? It's heard that you've been in the mines recently. Not in the mines of the temple.
Yes, I made my way down toward the temple as of recent. We've been trying to figure out if there's any. Well, I believe you've talked a little bit about it with Havar. We have been having some problems with visions lately, and unfortunately these visions have claimed the lives of some of our people. We're hoping we can find the source of them before anything, but at the moment we're still unfortunately without anything. There was nothing in the temple.
So you checked the temple already? Any other place you've checked?
Whenever I went inside,
I'd come to my own suspicions myself, but
whenever we looked inside, it seemed rather empty, other than the things that were supposed to be in there. We went to the deepest chambers, not much to bring up, unfortunately. It's pleasant as ever.
It's the Shadow Temple. It's not that pleasant, but you know.
The Shadow Temple. It's just a name, man. Like it's such a great place.
We all know it's a great sunbathing place. My favorite vacations are all at the Shadow Temple.
We could maybe bring another group in and see if there's anything you might have missed, but I mean, you've been mostly going through those the past couple of days. I doubt there's going to be anything that we can find that you already haven't. Perhaps they're coming from deeper in Death Mountain, whatever these visions are. I heard that there's going to be a gathering of demons very soon. Maybe it's something to do with that.
That doesn't sound too likely, I think.
I hear that they're bringing back some sort of old tradition, but if it was a older tradition, then we should have records of these thoughts inside of our head since then as well. Unless it's some kind of malicious attack on us by them, I don't think that has anything to do with them. The only thing out of the ordinary that's happening around here, at least. I heard there were some visitors from the Zora up at the Goron tribes, but I don't think that they have anything to do with any of this. The Zora are not known to have any sort of magical ability that would bring forth any kind of visions like these. What do you think as a champion of Castletown, Jasna? Is there anything you've seen recently that could be any kind of thought of this?
Well, you're selling me perhaps a little bit too greatly, but from what I'd gathered so far, I suppose one of the places that seems of note to me is, have you been to the mines recently?
We were there earlier. When we had came out of the temple, we had made our way through. The Hylian, who's asking for our help, is still there, claiming some kind of interest in this place, but I can't really bring myself to deny him anymore. Unfortunately, he does have want and need of our services, but until we figure out more about these visions, I doubt we can spare anybody going into the deserts.
Yeah, I'd heard of that man. I've been mentioning this before. I suppose I'll bring it up with you as well. I was not aware that any information could actually get out of here. There's been some strange, I guess, veil that has prevented any information about why the music changed.
Sorry. It was very loud.
Sorry, yeah, it was a Kingdom Hearts event. Any of the information from Kakariko from getting out. As far as I've been aware, this town has been, how will be the word? Not empty, but silent?
That's odd. We do not advertise ourselves or leave this place very often, but we do have connections with the outside.
That's what I mean. Now, many connections that do come to Kakariko, they come up empty. They can't get in. Or at least if they get in, they don't remember it.
Is the sage here? He looks over toward Avar. No, the sage has left us many months ago, before even Jasna. So, yeah, he should be out there at least talking to people about things. Jasna, did you ever see the Shades of Shadows over by Castletown?
Give me a reminder quickly. Can I just bro, I don't remember this.
So far, the Sage of Shadows, the first thing that's ever been said at all in this campaign about them. But go ahead and roll me.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. Then I guess I'll just roll anyway.
It isn't something you've forgotten. Don't worry.
That makes me feel better. Well, let's try.
Natural 20. You remember seeing...
Okay, so I know nothing about my town, nothing about anyone near me, anyone who I've talked to since childhood, nothing. The reason I came here, gone. There's some random ass guy that was here 20 months ago. Oh yeah, everything.
You know that the Sage of Shadows is a Sheikah who is very adept at magical play, as well as using that kind of magic to enhance their abilities and such. They normally hang out around Eastern Hyrule. They don't really make their way into Castletown itself. You being in Castletown the last month, especially with the time travel, you have not heard a single word about them. So they most likely are not anywhere near Castletown. They most likely made their way off to the eastern areas where they're known to be, which would be probably around God, I can't think of the town name. We said it earlier. Hateno. Probably around Hateno, the temples off in that direction, things of that nature. You know for a fact they have not been in Castletown in the past several months.
Sage, no, there would be no way for them to be in Castletown. We've been there for a while and not a single word about it.
You've only been gone for a couple of weeks.
It's complicated.
Well, if you think that is true, then there's that as well. If the sage is out there, he should be at least speaking somewhat of our exploits here to those who need to know it. But if he hasn't went to Castletown, I'm guessing that the king doesn't know much on us.
The king knows nothing. A messenger that we met at the time had come back with no response from Kakariko. As far as anyone's aware, this town is adrift.
That messenger before, can you tell us anything more of them?
Can I? I know they were there. I don't know if it was, I think it was either, no, it had to be a different guy, because we got that information from the weird back alley guy.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically. So, I just don't remember the name of the fucking, I mean, it's just a fucking back alley guy. I don't know if really he was the third, he was just one of like the free CEOs of Castletown, no big deal.
One of the 3 CEOs of Castletown. We took out one of the other ones, don't worry.
The power vacuum stays strong. Well, it had been a man who was an informant in the area of Castletown. I can't say exactly where he'd found the information from, but when we talked about Kakariko, he had told me the exact same information. No information was getting out.
Well, we can assume if it's someone high up in Castletown, they would have the knowledge that we exist here, so I doubt that there's any discrepancies in what he's saying. Still, very odd. Again, we have some people who have came from outside of the city around here, if you'd like to try to speak with them. They don't mostly keep themselves in the best of companies. Some of them would find themselves over by the bars in Kakariko, but at the same time, we don't push back anything, obviously. If you'd like to talk with the Hylian that keeps speaking over him in the mines, he's still out there talking at the moment. You can't keep putting you can't put my daughter out on all these different missions. She just now got herself back.
I hate to interrupt, but I have been here looking at this information actually, so
Are you sure you don't need more rest?
I've already rested, but I do appreciate it. I don't look that beaten up, do I?
He like does the same thing your mom did, like kind of like looks you over a second. Got some soot on you. Looks like someone exploded. No, you seem relatively fine.
Every single time why do my parents keep playing the Dr. House minigame each time they look at me?
Both of them are just like, I see someone named Marco exploded all over you.
What, did he leave his fucking initials there?
And
sorry, I didn't realize I had stray mold on me.
You seem relatively good for wear, though. I guess I can just return home and see what's going on there.
I would actually go as soon as I could. I left a bunch of apples there of Mother. I'm not sure if they're gonna stay there if you stay here too long.
I see. Well, I hope that with that you understand that It is wonderful to see you, Jasna.
It's good to see you too.
He's like giving you a big hug. As he's doing such a thing, roll me for your diligence.
Here we go. You know what? Not again.
You got a 20 last time. You don't need all these. You got a 20.
I'm tired of playing these games. 10, 14, 15, 16, 17.
You notice as you are hugging them, maybe it's because you yourself know this technique, but as you're hugging him, you notice this walking by. Making his way.
He did this all the time with me as well. He would stay around for Nimbus. He's like, oh, but anytime with you, Nimbus, I mean, it's always good to have some contact, right? Every time I hugged him, he would walk away. And every time, like a fool, I would fall for it.
As he gives you a smile, well, I guess I'll be out. Is there anything else you need?
I think I'll be fine. I will probably go catch up now.
All right. He jumps, and as he does,
There he goes.
He used to see Havar make his way towards you. So you saw that one too, huh?
Let's say I've been well acquainted with this trick before, though it's the first time I've caught him in the act, I will say.
What kind of teachers have you had these past 3 weeks?
I'd met some Sheikah from the Royal Guard at the time. Not from this village, from the other one. If you remember, I suppose, Rogue and Kira?
Right. We should be trading one of them out soon, shouldn't we?
Right. That was one of the things I had been. There we go. It's like she's just like. That was the thing. The message that we're trying to send was Kira's resignation letter. She tried to quit.
We should probably get someone over there to them then. Whenever we were going through all the things with the elders, we must have forgotten.
However, not to spike any of these, but I don't think if you send someone out, they'd come back.
Yeah, until we figure out more about this, I'm sure that they are fine being at their post for a little while longer. We can't risk somebody from the village making their way there with these dreams going on and about.
What I don't understand is why this information keeps getting caught.
I don't know. Maybe someone doesn't want us to go, or maybe someone doesn't want them to go. There could be many different things, but as he looks back around the town, at the moment, we can't really afford anything. We have to check out what's going on with us, and until we do, we can't very well protect the royal family like this.
Not to be crude, but as they say, this is a bit of a situation, I think.
Do you mind if I put you to work, Jasna?
Well, I suppose, future Master Havar, if you have something you would wish of me, I could consider it.
Well, I think that it's a good time to get some fresh eyes into the situation. In the morning, if you'd like, I'd like to take you out to the Shadow Temple and see if you can see anything there that the others might not have.
I'll keep track of it then. I'll be there in the morning, and I will do what I can to help in the situation, although we'll see how it transpires. Are you sure you saw nothing in there?
I didn't go down. That's why I'm wanting to go in with you. Your father and the group that we sent down there said that they found nothing, but maybe they need a fresh set of eyes.
Perhaps.
I'll see if I can't bring one of the relics with me as well. Be able to see through some deception. You go rest. I'll get you bright and early in the morning.
I'll make sure to take care of myself. You should do so as well if you're gonna be coming in early in the morning.
There was one other thing. Oh, yes. You haven't heard any, I don't know, music lately, have you?
Music? No, cuckoos mostly, the usual. Sounds of average village life, but no music, no.
Understood.
Don't look as I quietly write this in my notebook.
Oh, okay. I won't watch you writing.
Okay, thank you. It's like how eating is immoral. You can't.
Yeah. Also, we need to. This town needs more cuckoos in it. Hold on.
No way.
Here we go. There we are. Put some in here.
Oh, it's the cuckoo.
Put a couple around here. One on top of the thing there. There we go. Perfect. Now the town's populated. Now we got them.
Yeah, I mean, if I saw these many cuckoos, I would assume that the cuckoos have overtaken us and we have to accept it.
As he seems to make his way away, you look off for a moment toward where you wish to go. Looking back, he is gone.
Yep. It's at times like these that you really do feel Ronan's absence. Okay, so I'll connect this to... I made a big mess, I'm gonna just... Okay, excellent, fine. I'm gonna go see the mines. See if that guy is still there.
Okay. Give me a moment, trying to move a thing. There we are. Perfect. All right. You are not going to go rest up. You're just going to go to the mines?
Yeah, I'm gonna just go to the mines. I already had a rest. I'm good. I'm alive.
You make your way over. You see the one guard that is standing in front of the mines once again, as he seems to cross his spear in front of him as if there's supposed to be another person crossing it with him. He's like, ah, but then he stops and goes, oh, ah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and bring my boomerang and finish the crossing motion.
You just like go stand over, put a boomerang out.
Huh?
You a villager here?
I've been around, yes. Is the mines closed recently?
One second. I'm gonna look at you and see if I recognize you. Give me a second to find a dice so I can roll it and see if I can know who you are before knowing if I need to let
It'd be
you
nice. It would actually be
My
nice.
parents were saying the same thing about me.
As he does this, he looks back to you. Huh. I recognize someone going after boomerangs anywhere. That's a rather big one you got there, Jasna.
Well, so you don't recognize me.
Or have you failed to recognize me, Carl with 2 R's?
Carl. I would never forget you, Carl. Although your armor does make you pretty convincing.
Well, if you're going to make your way up to the mines, be careful. We haven't seen many of them, but there are some spiders along the way, some sculptula.
Some Squelch have been busy in the mines then.
No, it's just they've been keeping their themselves up into shadows of the mines. Sometimes people can hear them scuttering about.
Aren't you missing someone? I feel like there were 2 people here.
2 people. He looks off to you.
I feel like if you would have a crossing motion unless he's depressed.
Oh, that must be just some muscle memory from back in my training. No, it's usually just been me.
Is that correct? Quickly, just gonna make a quick check just in case.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me for your experience.
Did someone get unpersoned while I was gone? Did someone get Stalin out of existence?
What happened to Carl with 1 R?
2. Alright, that's fine.
It's actually Earl with no R's. Because he gave his R to Carl. No, I'm playing. But no, it's just been him.
Yeah, it's been them. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. I guess I'll be making my way in. You have a good one, alright?
You too. I'll come looking if you're too late, unless you're planning on staying out.
I don't think it'll be too late, but, you know, I'll try to keep a timely momentum here.
All right, my shift ends. He points up to the sky when the moon's right over Kakariko.
I'll make sure to look into the cave.
Right. As you make your way back.
I'll make sure to consult the moon while I'm in a cave.
Well, not everything's inside of a cave.
Some things, that's the two states that matter, inside a cave and outside of a cave.
Well, as you make your way further in, you do find that you are making your way into a rather if I can get it over here, I have to get through Will's drawings. You find that you are near a very, very small street going off in this direction. In this street, I just put you over here. I just dropped you over here. Where are you at? I just moved you. You're lying. Where did you go,
okay.
Jasna?
No, wait, no, why would you ever do this to me?
There you are.
Okay, we found me.
You would make your way off beyond the small area, the small parted way into this place. As you do, you step out into the large street area that is the mines. Most of the things here are different kinds of housing set up for any of the mine workers and things of that nature. You note that a couple of the buildings currently are very alight with lanterns and whatnot, showing that there are people inside. Beyond that, not a lot of people in the streets. The only person you see among everyone here, there appears to be someone far off at the actual mine. If they'll make it over into it. There we go. Perfect. But at the moment, as you're walking through the narrow streets throughout this place, you don't hear any sculptulas like you were told to worry about. Don't worry about those. I'd like to know, is there anything you would like to do before heading off toward where the mine is?
I guess let's just do a quick check around the area.
Looking about, as I mentioned, most of the houses or most of the buildings here seem to be for housing the miners. Looking out and about, there is a large inn that is over here, the one that's spewing up all this white smoke up now. There is a kitchen area just behind you where there'll be for any kind of mess, any kind of like mess hall slash any kind of food that they would need. The other building right across from it seems to be yet another large like manufacturing building. A lot of black smoke coming from it, from all of the things they're doing with the ore, with the trying to smelt it down and whatnot. The other buildings just seem to be mostly for storage and for people to rest up for the times that they're not inside. Again, not a lot of people outside, unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go near the mines then. Currently, I'll just go near it. Are you laughing?
I'm sorry.
Did I say something?
Lindo sent me a thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what he wants me to do with that. I kind of feel like I know what he wants me to do with that, and I'm gonna do it. All right, let me 1 second. Give me one.
What
second
is it?
here. I might have had the wrong image for your mom.
Oh no! All right, let me see my mom.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Go ahead.
Give me a second.
Finish the joke. It's either what I think it is or it's fucking Queen Latifah, alright? I don't know what to tell you.
There we are.
Alright, show it to me.
And
Here I am. I'm waiting. I'm popping over a bottle.
There we go. There we go.
Yep, that's my mom.
Perfect.
That is my mom. I don't know how they conceived me, but
You know, she can have their ways. There's some kind of a big like leopard spirit and stuff. Don't worry about it.
okay, all right, no.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, our family's leopard spirit, a thing that we're well known for having. How could I forget the leopard spirit? What the fuck's a leopard?
I mean, out of all the bad rolls you've been getting, of course you'd forget.
Yeah, I can't believe you.
Yeah,
believe you
you're
forget the
right.
family
How
leopard
could I
spirit?
forget about my family's traditional leopard spirit? I don't even know what the fuck a leopard is. Must be something from the north. Anyway.
But yep,
I
that is
can't
essentially the
believe
area.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go over to where the guy is. The single guy I can see.
You make your way off and toward the entrance to the mine. You note that there is some light and things coming from inside the mine, but just deep in. As you make your way off to the side, however, you do find that there is a rather older looking man looking about the sticks and whatnot that are off and around this area. As he does seem to look it over, he's like, oh, these are very shoddy. I could make something better than this very easily. Give me 5 minutes and I could probably fix all of these if I wanted to, if I wasn't doing something
Excuse
else.
me, are you trying to examine some sticks here?
Oh, hello there. Hey. He looks left, looks right. I know. We know, right?
What do we know?
And you are. And
I would love to know what you know that we know.
No. We know. We both know what we're in on. We're both in on it. The thing, right?
You're right, the thing.
The
thing that we're both very in.
Right. Yes, and we both have understanding of what's going on around here.
I would be a little bit more clear if I were you, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hold on. He brings.
No one's outside. You can just say it.
You're a Sheikah, right?
Very astute. I mean, I suppose I wasn't also hiding it, but
listen, it's people know that Sheikah exists, but they don't know that this town is where, and we both know.
That thing that we both know. Yes.
Okay. All right. Just making sure
now
we're on the correct
back in
page.
track.
All right,
now
good,
we are
good,
in the
good.
correct
Yes,
page.
yes,
You're
yes.
correct. Yes, that is.
Are you here to check on? Are you here to check on the mines?
I was passing for the mines, but I've heard of. Well, I suppose you do for the description of Hylian.
Well, he lifts up his hands to his to himself as if he pats himself down. Yes, I believe so.
It's like I sure hope you're no Sheikah, because I mean, I suppose.
I'm just very old.
I'm just old.
Brings his hands up to his white hair. It's like, no, I'm just very old.
Well, I've been hearing that there have been a Hylian talking about a need for Sheikah.
Oh, yes, my name is Sun. He puts his hand out to you.
I suppose everyone's been a son at some point.
I hail from just on the inside of the deserts. I've been there for a general good enough amount of time. We have much use for building as well as carpentry and things around that area. And, well, recently we have had less use of it with everything going on in the deserts. I guess the best way to put it is I came here before anywhere because I had heard that there was some problems going on at the castle, so I decided not to go about doing anything there. And I came to the next best place I knew, which would be either here or trying my luck at a Donu village, and I did not feel I've had great luck recently. The people of the desert have been strange lately. They've been patrolling, which is not how the Gerudo usually do. You know of the Gerudo, how they have their own city deep within the heart of the desert, very large walled city that they keep most men out of, correct?
No, I've been acquainted with the Gerudo, met a male Gerudo or two.
You've met a male Galen or Kuro?
Both.
Both. Oh, I've met with both of them as well. Very good boys, very nice boys. But recently, ever since Galen and Kuro had left, actually, do you know of the Iron Knuckle?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
The Iron Knuckle are a elite force among the Gerudo that are vastly superior to any of them individually, at least in war and other such things. They say that a single Iron Knuckle could raise an entire town by themselves. The only ones.
That's a pretty bold statement.
The only ones that have any sort of, other sorts of legend behind them are the Donu and the Sheikah. I've been wanting to see if there's anything that I can do to have some people, I don't know, meeting with them without risk of them completely getting, I guess, captured or killed in the desert. A lot of men have been going missing lately, and I feel that it is no coincidence. So I've been on the lookout for as many powerful women as I possibly can to see if I can bring them back to the desert with me.
Well, I feel at this point you might actually have come at both a good time and a terrible time. I don't know if you've noticed, but the town's currently in a bit of a stagnant position.
Oh, I've noticed. The past 3 weeks I've been here, and it doesn't seem that anybody was wishing to listen to my pleas. Not 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Blah.
It's been 2 weeks, you see?
Yeah.
It's not been an issue. You haven't been discombobulated.
I didn't show up when you showed up. I showed up a little after you showed up, or you left.
You didn't get discombobulated. That's the difference.
But yes, ever since I made my way here, it seems that everybody is off doing their own things or trying to figure more things out. And while it is easier than the day I first showed up, it is still very difficult to get anyone to take me seriously.
Well, I feel at this point we might even be able to help each other. Personally, myself, I've been trying to look into something that's been happening in this village. Which, again, if my gut instinct happens to be true, might free some of us to actually help you if that would be the case.
And what exactly are you looking into?
You see, Kakariko Village by itself has been basically a missing number outside of this town. Any information that tries to get in doesn't. Any information that tries to get out also doesn't. So I suppose some information does get in, but it seems that there's something around the village preventing anything from actually getting out in a full sense.
Interesting. I have been noticing a lesser amount of Gorons making their way down the mountain. Not to mention, the city seemed a lot more vibrant whenever I first showed as a part of right now.
I guess the word would be stagnant.
Stagnant is a great word, yes. Among the different things here, maybe we should compare notes as to anything you found odd?
I see no reason not to compare notes. Let me go ahead and bring out the Jasna Quest notebook again, written by someone more confident than me.
Do you wish to show off the entirety of the Jasna notebook with all of the ins and outs?
Did I ever call them racist?
Huh?
Which one?
Like I love all of this. I love all of this. It's great.
You love the Jasna Quest book?
It's great.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and show what I have so far in the Jasna Quest notebook.
Dreams, huh? I haven't heard anything of dreams, but it does make a lot of sense. As for music, I think I might have heard something similar, but I wouldn't really call it music I would enjoy.
So, you've been hearing what, terrible music?
It's almost like a voice on the wind, as if something is both at the same time calling out, but also giving a soft lullaby. I've been thinking it might have been
recently.
I've been thinking it might have been the different tunnels of the mines going through, with the winds that may be coming in from the different outings of the mountains. But at the same time, it is decently difficult to understand it. It's less even of an acknowledgement of it and more of a, no one else seemed to have been talking about it, so I just assumed it was normal.
That is not normal, no.
I will let you know if I ever hear it again. I will say I've been hearing it more often lately than I have not. Do you hear it now?
That means you've... Can I? Do I hear anything?
Roll diligence.
Here we go.
you have a fleeting this time.
Oh shit, we might even be able to roll higher than a 5. Let's see, come on.
That's an 8. Already higher than a 5. Let's go.
You see, I have to slowly raise the numbers till statistics comes in my...
Oh, there's the 5. There's the 5.
Okay, so 8, 9, 10, 11.
Nothing immediately is coming to you, but you do note that he seems to be watching you a lot as you are saying things.
No, I don't hear anything.
Well, that very well seems to be the case then. Either that or my age is finally catching up to me. Though I feel
You're
like
saying you're hearing it right now.
it could just be an echo on the mind that you brought up, but yes, I believe I hear it rather softly. I did have one thought, and perhaps with your new puzzle piece added to this, perhaps it'll be easier to bring up, but I have heard recently that the dungeons throughout this place have been getting more wild. They've been showing themselves a lot more frequently. And I had also heard that people have found that the dungeon inside of the Temple of Time has been extending itself somewhat. There's a very particular thing about that dungeon though, and it could be leaning some kind of credence to my theory. If all the dungeons around this place are somewhat interconnected, I could be gaining some kind of grace of the mortal goddess.
You're saying it's the grace of the mortal goddess that is helping you hear this?
I don't think that that's a grand way of putting it, like why is the mortal goddess wanting me to hear this, but at the same time, if I'm the only one here that is hearing it, or at least keeping themselves out and about as much, I consider myself a devout follower of the mortal goddess. Maybe it's some sign of divine protection. That being said, oh, I just felt the mortal goddess has disappeared from the realm and is now immortal now. I'm playing now.
What?
Oh, don't worry about that. It's fine. Happens all the time.
Fucking what?
It wouldn't be. It'd be like another 2 or 3 days until that happened. Actually.
Last time we met her, she was a wall, and she was an incorrupt structure of her body. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, don't worry about it. That's some kind of weird thing. Don't worry about it.
All right, that's fine.
Well, I'll see if I can find any more of the Hylians around this place. Maybe they know more about this mystery singing we're having.
That would probably be fair. It's strange. No other sheik I have met have mentioned it except for one of them.
Is this something that's even being kept secret among all of you?
Well, we understand of the dreams that I mentioned before, or I suppose that I'd shown you.
Yes.
But this thing of music, it only recently came to my attention.
Hmm. Well,
You should feel if it had been a thing. Again, music is something hard to ignore.
Hmm. Believe me, there are times I wish I could ignore it. It's not terrible, but it is still distracting. It seems to just come and go upon the wind as it pleases.
Hmm.
Yo, fuck off! I've been working hard on this.
I'll try to look more into it. I'll see if I can think on it over the next couple of days and see if maybe I can recognize any patterns or anything differently about it. I didn't realize it was anything out of the ordinary before.
That makes two of us. I didn't even know there was a thing happening until maybe like 15 minutes ago.
Well, what a lucky 15 minutes this has been.
A very eventful 15 minutes. Who knows? We might actually be able to help your case soon.
Well, I suppose I will look about, see if there's anything going on, and be sure that if you do ask anyone about my case, that you do keep in mind that it is female Sheikah that I need. I know that's a weird ask, I get it. But I do need to be accompanied by a bunch of beautiful ninja women.
Well,
He smiles as he says that.
Well, now you're just making it less. You're definitely making it less weird. I had not thought about that way.
Oh, it's all right. I would much prefer it be a lot of brawny ninja men. That being the case.
I'll make sure to keep the note around.
You are very enjoyable to talk to, Miss Jasna.
And you have been a pretty pleasant person to talk to, son.
I'll go and rest.
Whenever that ever get weird, whenever someone talks to you.
Oh, there's many people out there that have a son as a part of their name at the very least. It's very common. Like the Jeffersons.
And the Johnsons, of course.
Normal Hylian named the Jeffersons over there. Wait, are they not normal? Oh. They're master. You are all masters of disguise.
I can't believe that actually worked on someone. I mean, yeah, of course. Just have a good day.
Jasna, you would wave off to Sun as he would be waiting for you there. Eventually, you see him make his way away from the sticks he was like going looking at and go off into the inn, just a little bit off from where you had left him. At this point, is there anywhere you'd like to try to make your way to?
So at least take a peek in the mines since I came all this way.
You step forward, you take a little
Maybe
bit of
there'll
a
be a
peek
little
inside.
sculpture and we can be like, damn, you're a little guy. And he's like, yeah, I'm a little guy.
As you look inside of the mines, just giving a little peek, you do note that there is a large section of these mines that have been cleared out. This has been one of the oldest mines in Hyrule. As you look deep within, as you look around the area, there are so many different wines and paths down here that's not really that good to go off without knowing which way to go. You do know that eventually looking through here is the entrance to the Shadow Temple. Somewhere among all of these different twists and turns that are back through here. At least that's where your other Sheikah, your brethren, have said it was down at. You've never went yourself. But at the moment, you try closing your eyes and listen in for any kind of sounds or anything. All you hear is the normal sounds of cave life. Some keys maybe off in the distance. Some ching that's maybe sculptures. Who knows? But nothing immediately in your way.
Huh. Well, I mean, I know for a fact that if I went in for myself, I would just spend the next 4 hours trying to find the Shadow Temple, something that I'm very obviously good at doing since I've never been there. So,
I'm sure that a place that the Sheikah have hidden themselves is very easy to find.
Yeah.
In the best of times, let alone inside of a labyrinth of mines.
Oh no, I should just check there. This way to the Jeffersons' household.
You know all the lingo. You know how to get through.
Okay, so how long is it now till like morning from where we're currently at?
You had gone and slept for a little while. It is just turning into night as you are making your way out here. You're decently good. Like for the night, you got like many hours before dawn.
I think I'm gonna spend this time specifically. I've never been able to see another person having a weird dream. Considering that the only other person affected, yeah, I'm gonna spy on people. The only other person that has ever had it has been me, and I can't exactly see it from myself.
You were told that your mother and father have been having those dreams.
Well, I'm gonna go look for them, which means I'm gonna just be
far too young. You're far too young to have those dreams. What are you talking about?
I am 3 years old.
Now Nimbus gonna have those dreams.
Oh, I'm sorry. The hedgehog. I should have thought of that. Yeah, of course, the hedgehog's old enough to have those dreams. Of course, he is so venerable in olden age.
You would find your way back toward.
I almost kind of miss him. The more I think.
The more I talk about him, the more I kind of wish he was here.
But not fuck him. But also, I wish he was here.
You make your way.
Last time I talked to him, I dragged him out of a fair and I threw away his fucking fruit salad. I feel bad about it. That was actually.
You did.
It looked good.
Just kind of like knocked that shit over, like, oh.
It looked good too.
I thought I was being nice.
You were being nice, Nimbus. I am sorry. Jasna would never say that, but I would.
On your way back toward this area, you do find that as you get into the vicinity.
I can't take this shit seriously anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about. They're just some guys. As you get into the vicinity of your
that's
home.
my mother and father, you asshole.
Yeah, it's just some guys. As you get into the vicinity of your home, I'm gonna roll for something that is not you.
Okay, Pug.
This one is not you, so you don't have to worry about rolling too low or low into anything like that.
Cool.
But also, I don't have to worry about people putting things in because I don't know who it is or what it's doing. A 13 plus. You find as you get close to your home, there's a slight tickling about you. You feel something familiar for half of a moment, just off in the distance from you. As you look back, you sort of find that whatever that was seems to be coming from the far south, away from Kakariko Village. Something magically just tried to happen with you. It wasn't harmful. You could tell that it was something familiar, so it was most likely one of your friends. But it seems to fade as quickly as it came.
Huh.
Maybe Argo was trying to fucking do a scry on you, or maybe fucking Ronan said your name 3 times and you were supposed to get summoned. I don't know.
If you look into your reflection of Rupee and say Jasna 3 times, she will show up.
As this happens, you look back, you notice that something like that has gone down, but unfortunately you can't talk with any of them right now. You can't go and do anything. You didn't even bring a fucking you didn't even bring a doorknob with you. How are you supposed to connect this place to your house?
You're right. I should have done that. I'm sure that would have been fine.
You should have brought a doorknob, let's be honest.
I left my doorknob at home.
On the door.
At home. You know what I did bring? Like 5 sacks of shit shaped like gold.
As you step in, you find that there is a section of this area that has been cleared out of the debris from your mother's work. Also, there are less apples.
Only 6 remain.
You find as you step in what appears to be your mother and father sitting apart from each other. In front of them, lay a very modest adorning of onto two tiny saucers, a single apple chunk apiece. As
the voice is going well.
as they obviously are eating dinner, maybe having dessert. As you make your way in, they're like, Jasna, you left earlier. I thought you would be spending a lot more time resting after your long trip.
It turns out I wasn't quite that tired. It was a decently restful sleep.
Should we get you anything?
I think I'm personally fine. I see you two are currently quite busy, so don't let me bother you with that.
Well, we're just having a bit of snack before bed.
I'm gonna mentally count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are at least my mom. My God, you got robbed.
I can't believe you brought 7 whole apples home. No, boy.
You brought 7 whole apples? You'd never. I only bring the best for my family.
Do you wanna rest up and wait for one of them to go to bed, you said?
Yep.
You make your way.
A normal thing for a human being to do.
You make your way off and about. You go and lay down in your room. You wait for the telltale signs of people leaving the area below. As you do find that eventually your mother and father will go and settle themselves into bed. At this point, you know that both your mother and father are practiced Sheikah. You know that no less than 100% of your ability needs to be used in trying to stalk them.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, do you have anything you want to do special as you're doing this? Or are we just going to start rolling?
Let me think.
Hey, Mom, Dad, can I watch you sleep tonight?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Nimbus would never ask us that.
Let me think. Because obviously I can't just use my distraction to throw a rupee in their heads and hope they pass out. I'm thinking. Because obviously they are practiced Sheikah, and I would only have to use literally all of my known skills that I learned from one guy.
Unfortunately, all of these skills don't look like there's something you can fuck around with. I mean, maybe the rolling a 1 or 2 on any check, you can use this to roll again.
You're right. Maybe if I fail.
It's fine. You can traverse floor traps without getting hurt.
I mean, are they considered a trap?
Who knows? One of them might. Use the ancient leopard spirit skill. That's true. Use the ancient leopard spirit.
You're right.
Skill.
The ancient leopard spirit. The ancient leopard spirit that my family totally has. You know, Nimbus would have had the leopard spirit.
Nimbus followed our family's leopard spirit needs.
If only Nimbus was here.
We'd let him watch us sleep.
Okay. So, there's one thing I know about Sheikah.
Yeah.
And it's that they will fucking love apples. So maybe.
In this scenario, we're assuming they're unconscious, but let's keep going.
No, see, here's the thing. Your brain is stimulated by things that happen on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So in theory, if I bring these apples and there is enough apple to distract them from the fact that I am there.
Oh, you may overstimulate them though. Maybe they'll smell the apples and then get up immediately.
That is true.
Ooh, there's some risk involved here.
What else am I gonna do? Throw a fucking firewood box at them?
You find, as you make your way in to try to go and check on them, I would like you to, first things first, because this is two Sheikah going at each other, we're not gonna apply any Sheikah bonuses or things that potentially would happen from it. It's just a straight finesse. Give me that finesse check.
Okay, here we go. I remember when I got these for finesse. I remember like it was yesterday. You know why I remember it?
What's that?
And the time Pola got hurt and I turned on my mom legs and it threw it all on my star points
That is
into
true.
it.
That is true. You did do that.
However, how does that fare against an actual mom? 7. Fuck
You
it.
have a fleeting.
I have a 7. Okay, let's go. Higher than a 7. Oh my god.
Did you fucking
That
roll
is
again? Roll
a
again.
6.
Roll again. You had this rolling with you. There you go.
That's
You
a
got your 7
7.
back. Perfect.
Perfect, ma'am.
You step in.
Dude, if I have to fight something, then I'm fucked.
You step in. As
Yep.
you do, you find your mother and father sleeping in their beds.
Yeah.
You don't feel particularly stealthy. That being said,
I
you
don't.
apparently have out stealth them. They are laying in bed having a time.
There is no way I have outstealthed them.
They appear to be sleeping.
I guess I'll try to get closer?
You make your way closer to them. As you do, you look them over. It does look as if the both of them are somewhat deeper in a sleep. You find that your father, in particular, seems to have a bit of a face about him. As you look at him, he seems to be his eyes are closed, his nose is scrunched, as if something is going on with him. He appears to be deep in some kind of a dream. Does not look pleasant.
Okay. Alright. I know the goal is to stalk them, but I also don't want to see my dad having a bad dream. This is kind of bothering me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have to try and pull him out of it.
What are you gonna do?
I pull out one apple.
Oh, you're gonna pull an apple out? You pull out an apple.
I put it right up to his nose.
You bring the apple over to your dad's nose. As you do this, he seems to somewhat calm himself. The Sheikah are very simple like that.
Why are we all so stupid?
As this happens, however, you hear him for a moment give a mumble. Jasna.
Well, that's great news. Are you awake or is...
I won't forget.
I still... forget what?
He seems to still be sleeping.
At least he's fine. I guess I'll leave the apple on him.
You leave the apple on him. As you leave the apple on him, he seems to at least have a somewhat more peaceful resting.
And Mom looks fine, right?
Mom looks
All
fine.
things considered.
Mom looks perfectly fine. Doing a rest.
Like she looks perfectly fine, or are you just doing
She's
the thing where
glaring
you're...
at you. No, I'm playing. No, they look
You
like
put
they're...
an apple in your dad, you don't leave one for me, you bitch! I give you
Nimbus would have left
21 of them.
Nimbus would have left me an apple.
I'll leave an apple for him as well. Like, that conversation doesn't happen, but then, like, You like see Jasna hear it in
It
her
happens
head,
in
like
your
this
head,
would
yeah.
have left me an apple. It's like fine, you can have fucking 27 apples, like that. I'll leave one for you.
You notice that their mood becomes immediately more happy. They grip out at it and they grab it and they're holding it in their sleep now.
Well, I'ma head out and try to sleep myself now, I guess.
Jasna, you head out. As you're leaving, I need 3 rolls.
Let me quickly just add a second. Let me just quickly add a new line to here, and it says Dad has dementia. Okay, all right, excellent. Continue.
I need you to roll me 3 things.
Okay, all right.
Roll me instinct.
Okay. You're gonna just roll these and see what happens. Roll. 8.
Roll me finesse.
11.
And roll me resistance. You have a fleeting for this
12.
one.
Oh, I roll again?
Yep.
Okay, pug. 6.
Jasna. You're not sure how long has passed. You're not sure what happened or what was going on before you felt this. But you are all of a sudden overcome with dread. In a very
Is
similar
this a familiar
way.
dread?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
In a very similar way as to whenever you ran that night that you escaped Kakariko Village. Seems like a dream, almost. But you find yourself, even though you just left your mother and father's room, you find yourself in the middle of Kakariko. Rain and storms and everything all around. Some kind of pain happening in the back of your head. A panic going over you. Some kind of something. You feel tears in your eyes, as if they had been streaming down. You finally seem to have came to your senses for a moment. You look back and you see a hand. You see a hand.
Fucking what?
You see a hand gripping onto your hair and pulling you back. Something feels off. Something about all of this. You were just home. You don't have time. You reach down for your boomerang. The large one is nowhere to be seen. You find that small toy boomerang along your waist, and as you do, you start slamming it up against the tree that you're up against. As you slam it and you seem to cause it to somewhat snap, you bring it up to your head, and you cut yourself free. You stumble, looking back toward where you were at. As you do, something fills your head. You see something in front of you that doesn't exist. all of a sudden things start making sense. Things that you wrote down start to come to your mind. You start to feel something. It's slipping again. It's all disappearing one after another, and you can't hold on to it. The last thing you remember, you were in your parents' room, you're in your mother's room. You left.
Yeah?
And you look up. Your eyes look to the hand, to the other thing, and then off. In that direction, toward the mines. You scream out as you hold your hand out toward the mines, and as you do, you wake up. Jasna,
Shit!
what's wrong with you? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Calm down. What's wrong with you? You can't.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You know how women are.
Just so you know, I was in the other room, like laying down for a second, then I just hear you scream.
You know how women are having their weird dreams about hands and about running outside and about
Yeah, definitely. I get that.
Women.
yeah, you get that. All the time.
All the time. It happens to me all the time.
Happens to you at least twice a week.
Yeah, happens to me half the time.
And
What time is it outside? Is it?
oh, it's morning.
Oh, okay. All right.
You sit up. Just had some bad dreams.
Oh, okay.
Probably nothing. You can't even really keep any of them in your head for some reason. Like you feel like, again, they're there, but like, are they there? Some kind of a shock, some kind of a weird. You're trying to grip onto them, but nothing shows up. You should probably get up and help your mom.
I should. Yeah. I hope they don't mind that I put 2 apples on them and then walked away.
You make your way down. You note that most of the apples are gone.
Oh, okay, I'm glad that. No, hold on. The divorce apple's still here.
Oh yes, of course. You find as you make your way down, you see your mother over by where her stuff is, setting up for the day. Jasna, are you gonna help out?
I'm sorry. Help with what? Did I miss something?
How thought you were gonna help me set things up?
Oh, well, absolutely. I was
Nimbus would
willing.
help me set. I'm playing.
Yeah. Listen, it's been a bit. All right.
Nimbus
I'm sorry.
when they sleep.
As you go over and help them, you do find that whenever you turn to start to do some work, you do feel a hug from behind. As she goes, "Thanks again for the apples."
Is this a real hug? Is she actually hugging me, or is she just doing
It's
a
a real
fucking
hug.
same shit?
It's a real hug.
She's capable of doing it. I just have to bribe my family. Well, I'm glad that you liked it.
I really appreciated it. But we should probably set things up pretty soon. You're going to be heading out soon, right?
Yeah, probably.
You see
Hey,
them.
is this something that I remember, or is it...
Well, you do know that you're going to be talking with them.
Okay, all right, okay, good, continue.
Well, I have to scroll over and find his name again. Havar. You know you're going to be talking with Havar today.
Sorry, I was asked that question after that, and I had to make sure. Wait, hold on, what's going on? All right, we're good.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Nothing.
I'm fine.
Nothing weird's happening.
Nothing would have ever happened.
as they seem to make their way away from you. It's like, looks over. I really don't see why you did that, though. Another another rebelling thing?
Do what now?
She'll put 2 apples over beside the 1 apple that's remaining over there. Your hair?
Oh, my hair? What about my hair?
Well, you remember. Your hair. Whenever you cut it?
Oh, yeah, that's a thing I've done.
Yeah, you remember whenever you cut your hair?
Yeah, that's definitely a memory I would have.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it was, huh? Sometimes I suppose you need to let go of some things, I suppose.
I guess so. You didn't get that from me. I'll hold on to things
Mom,
until the grave.
We can't. We've noticed. Look at her long ass hair. Maybe I got it from Dad.
Maybe you got it from what?
From Dad.
Jasna, whenever you say from, nothing follows up. For a moment, you think, what was I saying?
Oh, not this shit again.
What was I gonna say after that? From the others in the village?
I suppose so.
Maybe
Must
from
be
Nimbus?
Nothing. That's not from Nimbus, and you know that.
I miss him. Next time you come
pretty-
home, you should bring him back.
I'll... There's like this face of like... I'll make sure to let him know.
For some reason, you feel sad.
I guess thinking about Nimbus is making me feel kind of sad.
Yeah, I miss him too.
I guess I miss him. I didn't know. I mean, I guess I do miss him. I actually miss him.
You'll be fine. You'll be going off to do your champion duties or whatever soon, and you'll see him again.
I mean, yeah, I will see again. Well, maybe you don't realize. Okay, maybe you don't. You don't realize that. Maybe I don't know. I get along with Nimbus. The word "fine" is about to come out, and it is kind of. We are in the same position geographically once at a time. We may have even spoke to each other.
I have seen Nimbus.
Talk to him even. Our hands may have even touched at one point.
Oh my.
Not like that.
Children?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Grandkids? I'm playing.
I have not given you grandkids from Nimbus. I'm actually surprised that she hasn't brought up the grandkids thing. She usually does every time I come back.
Grandkids? Grandkids? Grandkids?
Like the pelicans from Finding Nemo.
Me and your would love that.
And what and who?
Oh, there was no actual grandkid dog. Don't worry about that. We don't have to talk about that.
Okay, alright, we don't have to worry about that.
We'd all group together and take a depiction together.
Let's take a depiction together.
Don't you all want to have a depiction together? I heard that there's these things called pictographs that have shown up in the cap.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, I guess I'll make sure to let him know next time.
Yeah, you shouldn't keep Havar waiting.
I'll get moving. Have a good day.
Jasna, you go to step out. As you do, again, you just feel sad for a moment. You don't know why, but you hear the words, Jasna, I won't forget, echo around for a moment. As you look out and toward Kakariko, you go to help out with Havar. It's daytime now. We're gonna switch to that.
Yeah, daytime. Let's go. Whoa!
As you go to help out with Havar.
The chicken's still on suicide watch.
As you go to help out with Havar, you do note that for today, it was hard. Havar said that there was things going on. He had to keep himself open to everything. He had to mess about. You actually don't get to talk to Havar much today. He does.
Really?
He does put you to work, like he said. You do for a moment help out with Carl with 2 R's, and the things going on there. Because you're more used to the outside, you do take a bit of a watch just outside of the city for a bit, since they said that they're having more people doing other things. You keep a watch in case anybody shows up. Nobody does. And by the time you go to bed that night, it seems odd, almost routine, what you just did. When you get up the next day, you do it again. You watch over the city for a bit. You talk to Havar. You talk to your mother. After a bit of time passes, you show that you do have some other apples.
Fine, I guess they're perishables.
You bring that up after
you them for a holiday, but I suppose I could share.
After you show your mother that you in fact have shit tons more apples. They're very happy with you and say, "Who the fuck is Nimbus?"
Finally.
But this seems to happen for a bit. You don't even really remember what you were wanting to do for a bit. You watch over Kakariko, you fall back into normal life here. You don't have any more nightmares. Eventually, you're stationed up by where Carl is again. You walk back and forth from the section there to the mines. You look up to the sky. You're not really even sure how long you've been here. You came here after you left your friends.
Yep.
But you came here because you were worried, but everything seems fine.
Yeah, everything's normal.
You get out and about, marching there, marching back. On your way back, heading over toward where you're supposed to be stationed up, you hear a chittering sound. Almost like a skulltula again. However, as you look around trying to find it, before you do, you find... Oh, there you are, Jasna. It's been several days.
I suppose it's been a while, hasn't it?
If you call as long as you've taken a while, then I suppose yes. Though I've been busy with my own research as well. How's the month been treating you?
It's been treating me all right. Things have been busy in the town. I suppose busy in the same way that busy can be for, well...
I've not been gaining much from any of the other Hylians around. I guess my thoughts that the mortal goddess is blessing us is a little bit too much. Have you found anything else out? You cut your hair.
Oh, I did. Don't find anything else out about what?
you're looking into the music, right? Or I suppose even just any of the disappearances, any of the thoughts among things going down. We had talked a little bit about how there was dreams going on.
Dreams? I mean, I suppose I've been having some nightmares before, but I haven't had them in a while.
You had said that a lot of the Sheikah were having them, right?
Well, it's been a thing that we've discussed, but otherwise it hasn't been coming up.
You had said you were planning on checking things out. You went back to your mother and father's home?
To who?
Your mother and father's home.
Well, my mother is there, yeah,
Your Jasna, are you crying?
Am I?
You bring your hand up as you notice that some tears are welling up.
Well, there's nothing to really cry about, is there? It's just it's been a normal month, all things considered.
He looks around. People... I haven't talked about any of them, and none of the others here know about the Sheikah thing.
Yeah?
But... I found one other thing. Perhaps that will help you out.
Sure, if you like to share anything.
Nothing here, though. You're watching the entranceway sometimes, right?
I have been, yeah.
And tomorrow, around this time, just outside of Kakariko.
Say that again?
Tomorrow, around this time, just outside of Kakariko. See me then?
Oh, I can. Alright, yeah, I can see you then.
And,
I didn't see you ever come that far out, but if you wish to, I have no problem with that.
I usually don't
You're
have
a pretty
any
good
reason.
conversationalist, so I have no problems with such a thing.
Hey, don't push yourself too much, alright?
I've been feeling alright, but I suppose I'll take it easy for a day, alright? If it'll ease your concerns.
You see him reach into a bag that he has. He pulls out what appears to be a small, from the very small bag, you know magic bags exist, obviously. He pulls out from the very small bag what appears to be a hydromelon.
Oh, it's a beautiful day.
And hands it over to you.
She just looks at it, looks at the hydromelon in her hands, looks at him, looks at the hydromelon in her hands.
He gives you a wink and then he starts walking off.
Is this love?
Jasna.
I've never felt this way before.
Jasna, as you take your hydromelon, as you watch Sun make his way away, as you look off toward the sky, again, apparently hearing from Sun, you've been here for around a month.
Yeah.
You didn't plan on staying here that long. Maybe it's time to figure out your way back, or I don't know, figure something out about here. You wipe away those few tears that were coming down for some reason. You don't really understand those, but I think as we get more to the bottom of this mystery, maybe even just the end of it tomorrow if you talk to Sun about it, I think around there is where we're going to be ending things off for the night.
We did it, everyone! Woo! 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 Woo!
Fuck's this
I
token?
can't wait for Jasna to go back to both of their parent, their one parent.
Get these.
I wasn't expecting this camp. I mean, when you told me we were gonna have a one shot, I didn't think it was going to be. Oh, we have a nice, simple month for a month. It's a weird mansion game that you've planned up, but all right.
There's gonna be at least.
Yeah, I guess we didn't finish Jasna's story, but I didn't mean give me a month of mansion game Jasna.
There's still at least another session of this. There may be 2 sessions of this. We'll see. We'll see how things go.
I mean, nothing has happened. It's fine. It's just Jasna's having a nice settling. You know, met a guy, might be in love now. What else is there to
That's
say?
right.
It's
My
everything-
name is Sonya Lernger. We always punch up. Oh man.
Listen, man, don't mind if I do.
Oh man, very fun. We'll see
Funny.
if anything from this shows up next time. We'll see if there's any crazy things that go down. At the moment though, it just seems like things are normal as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll check back on this next time. We're gonna end the recording right here. Thank you guys very much for showing up, for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys tomorrow for more Zelda, only not the Jasna Zelda.
The normal
the other
Zelda,
side,
where
the other
everyone
side
else
of things.
is.
And we'll see how long it's going to take us to get through this story, and whether or not this story has any consequences to whatever's happening over on those side. Who knows?
Yeah.
That being said,
This shit is connected. Do you guys know that sometimes stories got connections in them?
what?
Wait!
No!
You never do that.
Man, you know that one hunk over there? They got major vibes.
That being said, guys, until next time, later days.